It's a dark night. 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 It's a dark night.
All right.
It's a dark night.
Hi, this is King Bucho. Welcome to PDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. Guys, let me know if my sound is okay. Using a different mic now. All right. Yep. It's Friday. It's that day of the week. It's Open Lines Friday, people. Anything goes. I threw a topic on the title of the video, but we can obviously debate whatever you guys want. I'm ready for a debate. And yeah, I thought the Canelo ducked Benavidez issue or whatever argument was going to be controversial. We could debate that. I think I sounded a little bit like it's too hot. Fuck it. You guys let me know. Mr. BDA, if you're listening, can you post the video on Twitter? Because I forgot. Is he there? All right. Well, this is Bucho for today, guys. So now remember, we have a new format here. Anybody can join, but there's a limit of 10 people, and we're going to be rotating if we reach 10 people, or we can add more, but it's up to you guys. If you find it too chaotic, then we'll keep 10 people. Fuck, I think I sound like shit, man. Anyways. So I will be providing the link right now in the chat if you wish to join. All right. Somebody says slightly. Yeah. Fuck. Testing. Maybe I'm too close. Maybe if I... Is it better from here, guys? Yeah, I think so. All right. There's the link. There's a Discord group. Can join and debate. And actually, I'm going to call some people as well. Let me call Jimmy. Hold on. Fuck, how the hell do I call people from here? This is very professional. Oh, I know. Invite. Who else? Where's Jimmy? Hey, Mr. BDA, can you give the link to Jimmy? Because I can't find Jimmy on the list here. Anyways, so we have Soothsayer. Yo, Sooth, what's up, man? Yo, can you hear me? He can hear me. We have Mirage. Yo, can you hear me? Yo. They should be able to hear me. God damn it. I can hear him. Fuck. Hold on. Shit, I should have fucking tried this before going live. Shit. Focus right. All right, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I can
me?
hear you. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
All good.
okay. Gonzalo, you probably can
Hey,
hear me as well.
Bucho.
Yo,
Be right back.
all right. Welcome to the show, people. Let's get this party started. Let's talk about. Well,
Is this an early show?
yeah, because Mr. Oh yeah, because I forgot. Mr. BDA will be hosting a second Renaissance show after this show, so stay tuned for that second Renaissance show. That's why we're doing this boxing show a little earlier. All right, links in the description, people. Go subscribe to the second Renaissance. It's a talk show, basically. It's like this one, but we don't talk about boxing. We talk about politics, the paranormal, alternative history, etc. So go check out
Real
that
games.
channel. All right. Anyways, let's talk about Canelo docking Benavidez.
Is that really the title, man? Like, was that
Yes,
really
it
the
is,
title?
man. Yes, it fucking is. There's people who think that. So let's talk about it.
Fuck, that's crazy. He's fighting a fucking tuna can, that Canadian dude, and he's ducking, and Canelo's ducking this guy.
Yo, did you see the size difference? Because I somebody posted a picture of I think it was the Wayne. Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, the Wayne, and he looked small, man. Why? Like Lemieux is like 5'9", I think. The other guy's like what, 6'2", 6'3", 6'2".
Yeah. Bucho, do you agree with this? I've said it over and over. Benavidez, man, takes like veiled shots at Canelo, and he's been doing it for months. And now that Canelo's lost, he's finally more open about it.
Yeah. And by the way, Canelo is like 5'7", 5'8", maybe, but that guy at least has some head movement. Lemieux, he's gonna get hit, but he can hit. He still has a power, probably. But fuck, man, I don't think he's gonna be able to do shit tomorrow.
Now, did you watch any of Lemieux's fights before?
Well, lately, no. The last, I mean, he fought nobody, I think, lately. Since the Saunders fight, I haven't seen any of his fights, man. He looked like shit, apparently.
It looks like Lemieux, he can't fight going backwards, so that's going to be a problem. He's not dangerous on his back foot at all.
Yeah. I mean, his chances to land something as Benavidez is coming in, something he doesn't see, but...
No, Benavidez keeps getting a pass, right? He keeps getting a pass. Oh, he's not fighting, good fighters, but he keeps getting a pass. That pass should be taken away. It's only so much that you can blame that fucking promoter until it's really Benavidez.
Who do you want him to fight, bro? Who do you want him to fight?
No, listen. Yes, I want to see that fight. But to say that Canelo dogged Benavidez, it's crazy, man. Like, it's not. He fought everybody else at 168.
I didn't want to fall for back. I used to really root for Benavidez, but then a lot of shit that he's been doing is rubbing me the wrong way. Mainly the fight. Why hasn't he fought Plant? Why? That's the fight.
Because Plant's a bitch. Plant doesn't want to fight him. That's why.
You have to talk to Al Heyman for that shit. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Benavidez is scared of Plant or trying to avoid Plant. I'm pretty sure I'm sure Benavidez would fight anybody. So this is not about this guy's scared, this guy's not scared.
I disagree with that.
Are you kidding me?
Where's your evidence, bro? Where's your evidence? He's been calling out Plant for 2 years.
Here we go. Here's Mirage again with the same bullshit.
I'm here to educate you boys. Damn right.
I don't think why would Benavidez be scared of Plant? Why would Benavidez be scared of Charlo? I think they were talking shit back and forth a little bit. Nah, man, this guy isn't scared of anybody. This is just the PBC matchmaking, which is crap. Yeah,
why is Plant fighting Durrell? He could have been fighting Benavidez in May, surely. Like, what did he? They could have organised that shit. Come on. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. This is something we have to talk with Al Heyman. We're gonna call him, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna answer. We have the Logical Man. Yo, Logical Man, do you think that Canelo docked Benavidez? All right, he's not ready for this. He's trying to... Yeah, you're pretending that you're not listening to the question.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, Canelo ain't done no Benavidez, but to an extent, it seems like it. Don't lie, but I don't think he did. he was going, trying to fill his britches up with too much, trying to go for that big fight at 175, and shit didn't pan out. Now, do I think Benavidez can beat Canelo? Hell yeah, man, after seeing that fight. But Benavidez don't move like Bivol, and that's the only issue is his feet. But when it comes to pressure, like how Bivol did, he can beat Canelo, man. But a duck, I don't see it.
All right, I agree with you.
Well, in my opinion, he's ducking him, and it's actually fucking obvious. It is obvious that Canelo's been ducking him. That's my opinion.
Based
I'm
on
not going to make an
what?
argument
Based
for it.
on
I can
what?
make an argument.
But
I'll make
based
an
on what?
argument.
Just like
Well, 1 week after Benavidez lost his title on the scales, suddenly Canelo fights for the WBC title. There was no talk about him challenging David Benavidez for his title until Benavidez was out of the picture. 1 week later, the WBC votes for Canelo versus Yildirim, because Yildirim was Benavidez's mandatory. So, to me, that's suspicious. Canelo didn't seem enthusiastic. Where was the talk Canelo's going to challenge Benavidez? Didn't exist. That's red flag number one. Then Canelo signs this deal. He had the option between Benavidez, Charlo versus Bivol, and then so you can make a case for Bivol. He's a champion. All of a sudden, Triple G is in the picture. Where the fuck did Triple G come from? He hasn't been relevant for literally 2 years, and suddenly he deserves a fight. Undisputed 168 ahead of David Benavidez, number one ranked, undefeated.
I get it. But you could also make an argument that Canelo was docking Charlo then, because he didn't take that Showtime deal. So was he docking Charlo?
Well, my argument is he's ducking Benavidez.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, based on your logic, or you could say the same thing about Charlo. Then this is what Charlo fans are saying. This is what they were saying.
Yeah, but they come together as a package, from what I understand.
You have you're talking about the WBC and the Yildirim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your argument.
And you can make a case that Charlo is a risky fight. He's a knockout dude. So, although I think Canelo probably could have beat him, but he only needs to duck one. Benavidez is he's the fucking elephant in the room. So Triple G apparently is ahead of him now. Then okay, what's next? Were they talking about Benavidez in December? No, they're talking about John fucking Ryder. What the fuck? This is like a...
I didn't know that.
Hearn. Eddie Hearn was talking about in December Canelo fighting a UK fighter for his big UK fight. So it was either the Richards Busanti, whatever his name is, winner, or Ryder. Benavidez was not in the conversation for a possible December Canelo fight. So I'm seeing a pattern here. The guy is, while at the same time, you ask anybody, all the pundits, experts, Mike Tyson, whoever, who do you want to see Canelo fight? Benavidez. Yet, every fight they make is everybody but Benavidez. So this is suspicious. You guys
full of shit. You're full of shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
I'd rather him fight Zerto than Benavidez because I know he's going to beat Benavidez.
Yeah, Bucho, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, you gotta stop this guy saying bullshit because let me tell you, who is Benavidez? Who's Benavidez fighting, bro? Who's he fighting next?
Perfect. The best opponent he could find. How about that?
Okay, so then Bucho, give me an example, or whoever the fuck can hear me. Somebody give me an example of a fighter who's scared, and a fighter, and compare that to Benavidez and tell me he's not fucking scared.
I mean,
what do you mean? I don't know. What's up?
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. So Canelo thought that Bivol was gonna be easier than Benavidez.
Yes, that's my position.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I don't know.
Hang on.
That's the thing. That's a problem.
Hang on. Okay, let's look at it. Bivol hasn't stopped an opponent for 7 fights. He's a decision machine. He's smaller than Benavidez versus Benavidez is a fucking killer. He's stopped.
You're out of your
he's-
fucking
he-
Australian
Benavidez-
mind.
He's smaller? He's small. He's shorter.
Benavidez-
He's shorter.
You've been under the fucking
not
sun
smaller.
too long, bro.
Well, okay, but he's you can go both
It's
ways.
funny how they
He's
say
shorter.
it's a cherry pick, but none of them talk about Benavidez beating Bivol. That's the crazy part.
Oh.
That's a good part.
Well,
Fatality.
Mucho, come on, man.
Fatality.
they're like on different parts at the moment. But the point is, one side you got a guy who's a knockout machine. Like he TKOs brutally, by the way, all his opponents other than two like ages ago, versus a decision machine. I mean, when you're weighing up the risks, Benavidez is a pressure fighter. He's big, reach. I mean, he's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, but he's
you
going to
had a
outbox
ball-
him like he did against Joe Smith Jr., so it don't
Sure.
even matter.
Yeah, you could make the argument that Bivol was the risk to outbox Canelo, but Canelo would have thought, in my opinion, it's going to be close enough. I can win a decision. I'll take that risk versus a guy. It's going to be a fucking war, and there's a risk I can get stopped. Canelo's not dumb. Benavidez is dangerous. So, in that position, I would say Bivol looked safe. He's not going to knock me out.
No.
He's not going to hurt me. I'm going to outbox him, or I'm going to make it close. The judges, you know how the judges roll. So that analysis is why I think he chose Bivol.
He's not stupid. Canelo's not stupid because listen, he knew the problem that Bivol was. Look at all the interviews from every fighter predicting this fight. A lot of them were saying, "Hey, Bivol is a serious contender." Did he not? Butcher, am I lying?
Most of them thought he's going to stop Bivol, man. Pro fighters, did you see? Hey, did you see Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah, these people,
You know what I'm saying? Calm
they
down.
don't know shit.
Bernard Hopkins said he's going to smash.
That was the
Canelo's going to
LDBC
smash
channel
Bivol.
saying that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when. Yeah, but some people don't like. Just because they're boxers doesn't mean that they can predict fights.
Yeah, true.
I
but
get it.
I mean, I remember training at Hopkins. Everybody said Hopkins. Nobody picked Hopkins. Only just 2 writers out of 22 or something like that. So, yeah, forget about that.
So listen,
But with Canelo, like most people thought, like he would beat Bivol, right? Most people, if we had a
No.
poll.
Yeah,
You know,
But the-
it's easier to say. It's easier to say that now because now you get
Exactly.
to see. Now you get to see that Canelo has major fucking stamina problems. Everybody saw it before, but they
Smart
didn't have
people
it.
saw it. Smart people.
Yeah, but now it's pretty clear. And yeah, I think Benavidez gives fucking Canelo a great fight because he blows up. He's a large guy. He's stepping in higher than fucking 68. He's like a light heavy, maybe a cruiser. So the dude throws a lot of punches and he's not going anywhere. And if you put pressure on Canelo, it's not the back foot fighters. It's the guys that put fucking Canelo under pressure, that put him under duress, make him think twice. And yeah, that's a tough fight for fucking Canelo. But it's easy to say that now. Before, not everybody was saying that.
hey Gonzalo, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, okay, so if you compare Bivol's his arm, his bicep, his forearm, compare that shit to Benavidez' skinny, weird-looking, like skinny fat arm. Canelo's punches to the arm to Bivol were, they were hurting him, but not as much, not as much as he wanted to. He'll break Benavidez' arms.
Well, the thing about him, he's still got mass. Whether it's water weight, whether it's fucking fat, when he blows up after the weigh-in, that's still mass. And it's probably better not to have muscle, but to have some type of mass like water. When you can throw that arm and you're not like that stiff, you're more like you're more flexible, dude. He usually carries that weight when he's sparring, when he's training. That he's only having to cut down for the weight, but after he gains it again. So he's used to walking around like around 195, 200 pounds. So by the time he rehydrates, he's used to sparring like that, dude. And that shit doesn't put any like negative resistance when he throws the punches like muscle would. It's almost better to be fat than have muscle. At the end of the day, it's fucking when you're throwing that weight, that mass plus the speed equals fucking the same amount of a weight that a fucking other guy that weighs around the same weight, but in muscle, where it probably would equal the same type of power. But with the added advantage that it's not like fucking
like these stiff fucking punches. He can just let his hands go, dude.
I got a question for you. If Zerto and Benavidez were to fight, who would you guys pick?
Benavidez smashes him. I think within 6 rounds.
That's just too fucking robotic,
Benavidez
man.
gonna beat his
Bro.
ass, dude. That's not even a real fight. Come on, man.
Did
Yeah.
you see Zerto, his previous fight? He was taking big shots, and he was rocked about 2-3 times. Not in his last fight, the one before that, versus I forget his name, the journeyman sort of. He was eating shots. His defense is terrible. He just comes forward, like he's not intelligent. Benavidez, when he jumps on people, he still moves in and out, puts his guard up. This guy, totally different. He's in trouble, in my opinion. He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's like the fucking Primo Carnero. He's like the Primo Carnero of the late 80s. He looks good when he's fighting against a limited opponent. That he can put all his resources on display. But when he gets pressed and have it to where he's fighting on another guy that brings more to the table on another guy's terms, he's in trouble, man. Dude, fucking Benavidez would fucking wash fucking Zurdo Ramirez.
I don't think so.
All right, guys, if you want to join, just let me know, and I'm going to be posting the link. If the link doesn't work, it's because we're full, and you guys let me know so I can rotate some people. And if you're not going to be talking, maybe you should let somebody else take the spot.
So PvP, you don't think Zerto has bad defense? You haven't seen him.
I didn't say that. It's not the greatest, of course.
But you don't think that's gonna be a problem? Like versus
I don't know.
Puncher?
I really think Benavidez' chin is pretty soft. Just me.
It's pretty what?
Pretty
Soft or
soft,
solid?
suspicious.
Well, when he likes to fight in the pocket, he must feel pretty confident of trading blows. And ever since he was like a teenager, look, his style when he lets his hands go is more suited like for the amateurs. But no, he never had an amateur career. He's like trained and sparred against like professionals that even though he got the long arms, he likes to change inside the pocket. Now he must be pretty confident in his ability to take a punch if he's brought up like that. And he's only gaining confidence because he's been doing that for a long time. So he probably doesn't feel like he can get hurt.
All it takes is the wrong matchup, though.
Well, with this one, I mean, David Lemieux not going to take a step backward. That dude's got like 37 knockouts in 43 fights, and a lot of those knockouts are KOs. Like 20 of those 36 knockouts and TKOs have been fucking KOs within the first or third round. Maybe like a one in the fifth and one in the seventh. But including those TKOs, a lot of them have been within the first 3 rounds. You know, and dude can crack. He comes forward. And when you got 2 guys coming forward, and Benavidez throws a 3, 4, 5 punch combination, and maybe Lemieux will throw like a 1-2 in between that, you know, because they're both flat-footed in the sense that, you know, they try to like put weight under their shots, you know, where they're sticking true to the floor so they can throw as much power from the ground up. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, and they're not running away from each other, so they're going to exchange. So one guy's going to throw combos, while the other guy's going to try to catch him in between his punches. Yeah.
But do you think he's going to be able to pull off those combos on Canelo? Porque Medina just stood there and took him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bivol did. Bivol did. Remember the combination at the end of the 5th round? When Canelo was up against the ropes. Benavidez does that shit all day. He does that shit all day, bro.
No, Bivol's combinations and Benavidez' combinations come at you in different ways. It's not the same.
All right, let's do this. Taking a look at David Benavidez' record. His last fight was against Kyron Davis. What do you guys think about that performance?
Ronald Davis or Kyron Davis?
Kyron Davis. No, wait. Who
Kyron
was the
Davis
guy?
looked better than Kyron Davis came out looking better.
He stopped a guy that's never been stopped. I mean, Kyron Davis is a solid fighter. He's not a bum.
Is that the dude that beat Korobov?
I think it's the same dude that fought Darrell. wasn't it?
Yeah, he had a draw with Darrell.
Fuck, I can.
That dude's tough. I think he beat Korobov, or was that Ronald Ellis? Because he beat Ronald Ellis too, I think. Kyron Davis is a blown up 54-pounder. I don't think he had ever been stopped, but still, like he couldn't get knocked off his feet against Benavidez. But Benavidez brings the pressure. I'm not saying because
Davis looked better. The story of that fight was he came out looking better because Benavidez threw everything he had at him.
What do you mean Cam looking better? Got his ass fucking beat, bro. What are you talking about? Got smashed.
Okay, so then before that he fought Ronald Ellis, and that's the guy who beat Korobov.
Yeah, Ronald Ellis is pretty good.
Yeah. And David beat the living shit out of him. That was actually uncomfortable to watch, in my opinion. The beat.
Yeah, and it's like that dude Ronald Ellis. Like he's a guy that's, I think he lets his hands go. I watched the fight earlier today, but still, like, guys that let their hands go, Benavidez outworks those guys. That when you got a guy that throws more hands than you, they're afraid to let their hands go. When he fought fucking Romulo Angulo like a power puncher, that dude was basically like a fucking punching bag. He didn't want to let his hands go because you got a guy that's throwing way more punches than you. They get intimidated by that.
We have Jay Money trying to get in there. Are you there? No, he's not. Yeah, Jay Money.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up, Bucho. I'm gonna go to sleep because I did a video earlier and I was like, I've been up like for a whole day. I need to rest.
See ya, man.
Buenas noches. Good night.
Wait, Gonzalo. One more thing, Gonzalo.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
You threw like a 15-punch combination earlier. Me madreaste, ya mero no podía venir al open panel, bro.
I was just playing. All right, later, guys.
Buenas
noches.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say something real quick. Thank you for helping me, Bucho. You know, that's bullshit that you say that he's scared of Benavidez, because his plan was to unify 175, which means he had to fight Beterbiev. Beterbiev will fucking destroy anybody at fucking 68. So I mean, if you're saying that he's,
he didn't fight Beterbiev though.
Yeah, but his plan was to unify 75. That's what he wanted to do.
So he
Well,
says.
that's speculation, bro. Speculation. Come on.
Well, here's the question, right? How you doing, guys? Brian here.
Yep.
Go.
Here's the question, right? So he ducked Beterbiev, or he ducked Benavidez to fight Bivol.
That's what we said. That was exactly. And Mirage says that he did.
He took a bigger threat, though. He faced a bigger threat. How do you duck someone facing a bigger threat?
Well, that's speculation that it's a bigger threat. That's the argument.
What do you mean? It's a speculation that it isn't.
Well, you see what you're saying.
That's crazy. I would definitely not
fuck about Bivol, bro. He hasn't stopped somebody like fucking 4 years. Who's scared of him?
Bro, like I said earlier, it's gonna be like Joe Smith Jr. 2.0. He's just gonna outbox the shit out of him.
Hey, what happens if Benavidez goes up to 175?
He's fucked. There's better beam. There's Bivol. There's Serdo.
He beats the shit out of Beterbiev. He TKOs Beterbiev.
Beterbiev knocks him out. Bivol outboxes him. What else? What else do you want, right?
Beterbiev will be a pinata. He'll just get fucking lit up. He's slow, easy target, no problem.
Y'all at least whooping his ass, man. He better stay where he is, man. People talk about weight bullying. That motherfucker there is a weight bully, man. If he move up, that's
a good point.
After grass.
In the chat, Scalebender Uncle Pete says that Benavidez would be better at 175. I don't know where he's getting that. I think he's trolling.
I'll tell you why he would. The one thing he would be better at is he wouldn't have to struggle as much to make weight. That's the one thing he would be better at 175. That's it. That's the only fucking thing.
He's gonna be getting hit by fucking bigger guys, and this guy, he doesn't care about defense sometimes.
Haven't you guys heard the sparring stories between Bivol and Benavidez?
I don't believe stories. But tell us the story. Tell us the story.
The story is that Benavidez was had the upper hand, and it was sometimes dominating the sparring sessions. That's the story on the street.
Have you ever boxed?
What's it got to do with the point I just made?
Because
Okay, it's not real fighting. Okay, it's not real. They're not really fighting. But are you going to claim that sparring is totally irrelevant? Are you going to make that claim? 'Cause-
sparring is 100. Here, you're talking to a guy who's had 207 amateur fights. Sparring is 100% totally irrelevant in this case.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that before.
I never give a shit about sparring. Tell you the truth, right? I used to get guys who I knew I was going to fight later on will the shit out of me in sparring. They thought they were going to get an easy fight later on. That means fuck all. That means zero.
Like zero, nada, nothing.
I know. Well, a lot of people disagree. We're talking about pro fighters who are already experienced pro fighters versus you're an amateur. So I think it's.
Well, how come White didn't beat Fury? If we're going to talk about that, how come White didn't beat Fury?
My amateur career is over 30 fucking years, so I've got more experience than a lot of these pro fighters.
Jeez.
So
you need to fight Canelo.
Fucking Ryan against the.
That'd be fun. No, that'd be fun.
Can you stream? Can you stream the YouTube on here?
Yes.
All right, thanks.
No.
But he's right though. Look, when you hear anytime somebody talks about he beat him in sparring, it always follows with but that was sparring. It doesn't count. So come on.
Well, there's an unwritten rule with amateur boxing and professional boxing, right? Right. You don't mention. You don't talk about sparring stories, and you never mention names. Right?
How come Dylan White didn't beat Tyson Fury?
It's broken all the time. That rule.
I said, how come Dylan White didn't beat Tyson
He
Fury?
claims it's not a rule. It's not consistent.
I'm claiming it is a fucking rule.
Yeah, but rules get broken.
It's a fucking rule.
It's etiquette, right?
It's etiquette. That's not a rule, but it's etiquette, right? Yeah. Which a lot of these younger fighters today don't really have any fucking etiquette. Let's get it real, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, right? Benavidez is an overrated fighter. He would get beat by Bivol. Bivol outboxed the shit out of him. Right? Beterbiev knocks him out probably within 4 rounds. Good night.
Do you have any Oh, fuck, who else is going to beat him? The fucking janitor. Is he going to beat him as well? Might as well say that.
Huh?
Well, apparently everybody's just going to beat up Benavidez. Do you have any analysis to back that up, or are you just going to say...
no one is saying that. Nobody's saying everybody's going to be Benavidez. But when you talk about...
who the
fuck is saying that?
I'm saying those 2 guys beat him. That's it.
No. Okay, why did they beat him? Why? Do you have
how come he hasn't moved up to prove it?
Bivol boxes him, right? Uses his jab, foot feints, too quick for him.
Benavidez has a better jab. Now what?
No way. That is...
All right, hey.
And he's got more reach. Now what?
Here, right?
Tell Alan.
Okay. I want to dispel this bullshit, right? Because according to Rolly Romero, his dick's bigger than Tank Davis' arm. Does that mean he can't reach him?
What?
That's a good point.
We're talking about jabs.
Yeah, well, according to Rolly Romero, his dick is bigger than Tank Davis' arm.
I don't think they flop out the dicks when they're in the ring, do they? Is that what you do?
So if there's hoochies out in the front row and Rolly gets hard, does that mean that Tank can't reach him?
Hey,
dude, I'm not even
because he's got longer arms doesn't mean he can't outbox him.
Alan R.
Yes, but we're talking about the jab. We're talking about jab specifically.
Yeah, you're talking about reach. I'm talking about jab, right?
I'm talking about jabs. Yes, Benavidez has got a vicious jab.
Bivol got a better jab, right? Bivol got better timing and jab. He got better foot feints. He'll make him miss. He'll make him miss all night. The high guard, he'll counter him. Right? The upper body feints, the foot feints. Right? He won't be able to time him. He won't be able to time Bivol. Bivol is too good of a boxer, and defensively, he's better than Benavidez. That's how he beats him. He beats him in a 12-round boxing lesson. That's how he beats him. You want me to go analysis? I just went analysis with you.
That's cool.
Punches and bunches, right?
Yeah.
He throws 1, 2, 3, 4 straight shots, and then he slips to the side.
So, are you aware?
He's too quick for. He's too quick.
Okay, you're talking. Okay, Benavidez has got faster hands than Bivol, so don't get carried away. That's the first thing you need to understand. Number 2, you're talking about timing.
That's hard.
You're talking about timing. Hang on. They've sparred fucking dozens and dozens and dozens of rounds, and if you're going to argue, so you're going to argue that Sparring
means-
somebody does not help you figure out their timing. Are you going to make that argument? Really? Come on, that's illogical.
that argument. I want to know
Benavidez is on the record saying he worked out his timing.
why didn't beat Tyson Fury if we're going to talk
He
about
worked out his timing in sparring. That's what Benavidez said, and I'm not going to dismiss that. To me, that's evidence. Okay.
And do you think Bivol didn't figure out things timing at the same
Dude,
time when they
stop
did
acting
that?
like Bivol is some master fucking Mayweather boxer. He's an ABC, Eastern European, fucking straight up, fucking solid technical boxer. That's what he is.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because he beat Canelo,
He
suddenly he's fucking
beat
Muhammad
Canelo.
Ali. He's going to outbox everybody, man.
Here,
Don't make me laugh, bro.
I told everyone who listened to me, Bivol was going to outbox Canelo.
Well, so did I.
Yeah.
So that-
Well, So don't think I'm jumping on somebody's fucking
All
nuts here.
All right. I was going to make a point. Forgot.
All right, somebody else. Who else do we have in here who hasn't
Why?
spoken?
I like Canelo, and I don't want, but I feel like why is everybody so against the Benavidez fight? Why can't I don't get why people are.
Nobody's
I don't-
against
I
it.
don't-
No, we want to see that fight. I don't think anybody, like everybody here, wants to see it. I hope. But
Yeah,
what
I
we're saying
would
is that
I
some
would
people are claiming that Canelo, at some point, that Canelo was afraid of Benavidez, and he still is apparently. So that's the issue here.
I wouldn't say he's afraid of him, but I mean, if by now, if he doesn't fight him anytime soon, and he decides to go fight John Ryder, there has to be some type of, he might be a
What
little
point, guys?
cautious.
At what point is enough evidence to say he's ducking? What else has to happen? Like next year, if he doesn't fight him next year,
Yeah,
we all gonna
like what Fighter Spirit said. If he's fighting John Ryder after, well, who can he fight next? Okay, hold on. Is he supposed to fight Golovkin?
Yeah, next fight is Golovkin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing, right? Is Benavidez a champion?
No.
Apart from Yildirim, it was a mandatory, right? He's gone after champion after champion after champion after champion. So Benavidez wasn't a champion, so you can't really say that. If Benavidez was a champion, he probably would have fought him at 160th.
Not only that, Brian. Not only that, but he was on another network. Canelo was already fighting with his own, so it was difficult.
I know that there, but they made the Caleb Plant fight. So if he was a champion, there was a good chance that they would have made that fight too.
Obviously, yeah. Then it's unavoidable, 100%. But Triple G's not the champion in 168. Why is he get the head of
part of the
line?
zone?
Yeah, but that's a legacy fight.
Because everybody knows those were robberies. Let's be real.
Well, one of them was the first one. Definitely was a robbery. Second one, you could give it either way, or you could give it a draw, right? I don't mind if you have a 7-5 either way or a draw, right? I don't mind
that. A draw at best for Canelo.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
all right.
This
is a fight people want.
Yeah, but King, man,
That's
did
it.
you 6 months ago? Did you hear anybody saying I want to see Canelo fight Triple G? Because I fucking didn't. Did you hear people?
I didn't. I don't want to see that fight.
Were they demanding that
Now we'll
fight?
get the casuals out.
I don't want to see that fight.
So that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah,
The issue is, will he even be able to make that weight now?
Yeah, I think it's 2 years too late for the third fight.
Yeah.
On it, they should have had that fight right away after the second one. Like they should have had that a couple of months later after the second fight.
So why didn't they? Why did Canelo wait 4 years to fight Triple G? Is a new question. Why?
Well, has that match been arranged yet?
Yes, that's almost certainly still going to happen in September, or whatever.
If it is, I don't know why it's not a fight I want to see. Right, that I agree with you on that point. I do. I don't want to see. I don't want to. That fight's like 2.5 or 2 years too late for me.
It's too late, but I think the zone, they think it's gonna make some money. So
Yeah.
they're going for it, obviously, yeah. But some fans want it. Like I don't think. Well, not on this channel. I think most people here think it. Like Brian said, this fight's too late. It's taking place for 4 years later. How many years now? Jesus. 4
Yeah,
years.
4 years, almost 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 2 years, at least 2 years too late, 2.5 years too late. You know, that fight should have happened like 6 months after the second one.
And
I
Triple
agree
G's
with
never
that.
fought at 168. I mean,
Okay, listen.
Yeah,
my
but
opinion.
the casuals, the
I don't want to
casuals,
see this
the
fight.
casuals,
I want
bro.
to see. I would rather see him fight Benavidez right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the undisputable. But the thing is, to say that he's afraid of Benavidez, that's again, we're going back to the fucking issue. The question here: is he afraid of Benavidez? I don't think so. Why
Not
would
that
he be?
he's
That, yeah,
afraid.
he fought everybody.
Well,
Almost.
yeah.
The issue is why people are saying that he is because they're going with the narrative of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia ducked Loma to fight Spence.
Well, you know, I think Mikey Garcia knew if he was going to move up in weight, Spence was probably going to beat him. I honestly believe that. So I don't see that. I see that more as a money grab than a duck.
Yep.
So,
Okay, I'm not disagreeing, but that's where the narrative is coming from.
Nah, that's
King,
not where
King.
it's
yeah, I
from.
get that. I
Nah,
get
that
that.
can't be true because Loma was established and Benavidez is not really established at all. Really.
That's a good point. Yo, that's a good point.
But Mike Tyson is promoting him, so that's
Hey,
it.
King.
Don't matter.
when you say like Canelo's fought everybody, that's cool. Has Canelo ever fought anybody like Benavidez with all his attributes, all in one fighter? That's what you need to
There's
ask.
only one Benavidez.
He hasn't. He
There's only
hasn't.
one
that's a
Benavidez.
rare.
I mean,
That's
That's the
rarity.
thing. That's the thing. There's with that size, speed, power, aggression, combinations. Nobody. So
defense?
he's unique.
Yeah, well,
Well,
he's unique.
defense. I think his defense is underrated. Personally, like I haven't seen a fight where he's been
dropped.
marked up on his face. Okay, he ran into something,
Yeah.
a flash knockdown, but
yeah.
has he been busted up? Has he been
Yeah,
busted
even-
up?
Who's
He's off
Benavidez'
balance. A lot of these
Even
knockdowns
all-
were off balance, by the way. A lot of these knockdowns, he's off balance. So
Right.
you're
Even
fighting
one.
Canelo,
Even
you get
one.
dropped. That's it, man. You're like 10-8 rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
who's
the
Benavidez'
defense is
best
one thing.
opponent?
His strength is his offense. That's the danger. So
Yeah.
Canelo's
Well-
never fought somebody with that offense. Triple G
Probably not.
Triple G gave Canelo a lot of trouble. Benavidez is fucking bigger. He's faster, and I would think now he's more powerful than that version.
Yeah.
35-year-old Triple G, and they were close
Yeah, the
fights.
volume too.
So
Yeah,
what
but
is volume?
he's a big target. He's gonna get hit.
sure,
Now, can he
But-
if he take, like I think you said it last time, or last
Yeah.
time. If he is able to take those punches, if Benavidez is able
Yeah.
to take, then yeah, it's big trouble for Canelo. I don't think he's gonna be able to like take those shots easily.
yeah, that's a big question. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
mean,
that. Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not just agreeing with you.
Did you guys see Bivol's arm
Yeah, no,
after
I've
the
seen it.
fight? It was all fucking purple and shit. I mean, the guy can hit. Canelo can hit. He didn't land flush against Bivol because Bivol had a tight guard. Benavidez doesn't. He likes to come forward. He likes to make it rough. Get into a fight. He's gonna get hit.
That's
I don't
because
think
because he hasn't had any opponents really to make him step up his defense. But even Mitri Bivol said that David Benavidez' defense is pretty good
Yeah.
when they start.
Yeah, here's one, right? One thing I'll give Canelo, compact power. No, sharp. When I was looking in, we were on, I think we were on my channel. I wasn't sure if we did the stream on my channel or Jedi's channel, right?
Hmm.
When I did it, right, and I saw them in the dressing room and they were doing the pads, I was like, everything, but they were like a minute on the pads and everything was sharp, and close, like uppercuts and hooks, and there was no jabbing from the Canelo on the pads, right? And I said, that's how he's going to fight tonight. He's going to fight sharp, try to get on the inside,
Yeah.
So I knew how he was going to fight. And I'm like, wrong game plan against Bivol, right? You're just going to make his job easier if you do that there. So Benavidez will bring something. He'll bring length.
Mhm.
He's got a good jab. When he fights Canelo, he got a good jab, good timing. He's big. I don't think Canelo can physically bully him on the inside.
Right. But here's a plan. Sorry to cut you off, but he brings something different. We agree he's dangerous, absolutely, and that's why we want to see this fight. It's an interesting fight, but he's not bringing something that Canelo's supposed to be afraid of. And oh my God, I can't fight this guy. Yeah, he's a dangerous guy.
Here's the thing. I don't think Canelo's afraid of anyone. That's where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
You don't move up from 168 to go fight Bivol, and then you think you can beat Bivol, and then you got the winner between Joe Smith and Beterbiev.
Hey, Lucho.
You don't do that.
Go ahead.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. This is why he took the Bivol fight. Just in case he lost, he would have a little backup excuse. Oh, I was just going for greatness. He's just a little bit too big for me.
I agree.
Exactly. So now, let's say he would have fought Charlo or Benavidez and lost to one of them. There's nothing to fall back on. People can say, "Oh, see, that's why you were ducking him."
That's true.
And if
Actually, fighting Bivol is actually trying to achieve something great. Fighting Charlo isn't.
Yeah,
but it's a
that's just a fact, man. See, and that's undisputable. That's undebatable. That's a fact.
Great.
That's a fact. Nobody cares about Charlo, man. He's nothing.
He moved up fight.
Nothing.
He moved up. He moved up to fight.
Charlo is nothing.
Yo,
Nobody cares about Charlo.
And he fucking robbed Korobov. I don't even want to hear that dumb shit.
I mean, seriously,
Okay.
Charlo.
Canelo robbed Lara. Shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens. But Korobov, Laura, that's a bad fucking analogy.
I mean, Lara was running. You want to talk about robbery?
Yeah,
I mean, like
jumping back. Yeah.
Floyd
Lara
Castillo.
Laura was
a
the
big
threat at
robbery.
154. Can you
Look,
honestly
the
say
truth
Korobov
is-
was a threat at 160? Yeah, that's crazy shit.
The truth is, Canelo has nowhere to run. Either go back to 75, get your ass whooped again. Come back to 68, get the ass whooped by Benavidez or Charlo. There's nowhere to run.
Why would Charlo be? Hold on.
Why you mention Charlo with Benavidez?
Yo, Charlo
Oh my God.
I don't want to
Wow,
hear
with
that
Montiel.
craziness.
You gotta be kidding me.
You know how if Canelo fought Charlo, you know how that's going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 round knockout for
It's a
Canelo.
fatality.
Canelo going to knock out Charlo in the 6th
If you
round.
think
That's how
the
that's gonna
Charlo
go.
fight is easy, you don't know shit about
Yo,
boxing.
Charlo has leaky defense. Let's be real. I'm trying to say he's sick.
You act like Canelo has Mayweather type of defense.
Stop
He
joking.
gets hit too.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Driver hurting
Jamal
Charlo last
is
fight,
a stationary target with a long jab. That's it.
Montiel and Canelo are two different fighters. They don't have the same style. So I don't even know why that we use
I don't know
that.
how you saying
Who
yes.
was getting hurt by Montiel though? Who was
Alright,
getting hurt by Montiel?
I can't believe this. Montiel.
Hey, Montiel's not a
Montiel,
high-level
man. Come
fighter,
on,
but he does have
Montiel.
power.
Korobov.
You went life and death with Montiel and fucking Korobov. Come on, man. Stop
He
that
lost
shit.
against Korobov.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah,
against
and he
Korobov.
lost against him.
His best performance was against Davrenchenko. Right?
But I agree. He
you know,
did look good.
Honestly,
His biggest
honestly,
win.
I think Canelo would beat Charlo, to be honest with you, but it wouldn't be easy. And I don't think he can beat Benavidez. He's too young, too much volume, too big. He's a bad matchup for Canelo.
If Canelo went the distance with Callum Smith, he's not going to destroy Benavidez. That's all I know.
Exactly.
Callum Smith's a punching bag. That guy's a bum.
Yeah,
David Benavidez
no.
He retreated to go to 12. Yeah, he retreated to go to 12.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his game plan after.
Joshua
In the
Clardy.
history of boxing,
Yeah, guys,
in the
remember?
history of boxing,
Remember Joshua
30
Clardy?
something year olds. Hey, let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
In the history of boxing, 30 something year olds do not fight young 20 something year olds, like early 20s. There's a reason for that. It doesn't end well for the old guy.
Floyd did it.
Well,
Who did it?
I
Floyd.
actually looked at his record.
Floyd
The
Mayweather.
youngest fighter.
Pacquiao, Floyd.
Canelo-
There's example. Hopkins.
But those guys are anomalies. Like Pacquiao, Floyd are like
Nah,
all
they're
time.
just guys that
all-time
trained.
greats.
Just guys that didn't go out drinking after every fight and kept their
Exactly.
weight. But Canelo does that. So it's not impossible for him to pull it off against a guy that, again, as we said, can get hit. He's unproven. I mean, what you guys are saying, it's the eye
Canelo
test.
shouldn't be in that same sense as Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Well, we'll see about that. I don't think so, but
Canelo
you
is
know. But I'm not saying he's on the same level. I'm saying he's in the same level as when it comes to training and discipline. You can't deny that Canelo is a disciplined fighter. He doesn't balloon up in weight. He doesn't drink after fights or whatever. So
You don't know that.
He's in shape. No, we know
Doesn't
that.
smoke coke.
We've seen it.
Doesn't smoke coke.
We know that.
bro.
He
This
does
is
drink.
so hilarious. What's with Rare Breed claiming that Charlo, the one that struggled with old man Davidchenko, the one that went 12 rounds distance with fucking Montiel. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I agree with
Are
LT.
you fucking
By
kidding
your
me, bro?
boyfriend.
You're talking about Montiel, a guy that was knocked out by Munguia like 5 years ago, bro.
True.
Hey, I apologize for attacking your boyfriend.
Look, bro.
That's
Let's
because
be
you
honest.
mentioned your
Let's be
boyfriend.
honest. I know you're right for Al Heyman and his girl, because I know that's all you promote here, bro.
I
What do
just
I
want to
promote,
say,
LT?
I just want to say,
Please
nobody
inform me.
knows the business like Leonard Ellaby knows the business. If you can get that reference.
You guys
man.
knows LB.
No, but Rarebit, seriously, you brought up Charlo.
That is
yeah,
fucking
I
ridiculous.
actually said
bro.
that I think
Bro,
Canelo
first
would
of
beat
all, bro,
Charlo, but
Charlo
it wouldn't
is
be
afraid of
easy.
David Benavidez, bro. Let's
No,
be
no,
real,
no,
bro.
no, no. Oh, you said that would be a bigger fight than the Bivol fight in terms of legacy.
Who said that?
Who said
shit?
that?
You said
Who said
that. You said something along those lines. You didn't say.
Fucking high, bro. You're mistaken,
And
Charlo.
anybody else? Did I really say that?
You
I did
said
not say
something
that.
along those lines. You said he went up. You said he went over to to fight Bivol because he knew that if he lost, there would be an excuse. And then you said he should have fought Charlo.
No, this is what I said. I said that he knew if he fought Bivol and lost, he would have a built-in excuses from his little fanboys. Oh, you were just going for greatness. Oh, you know, he's a little bit too big for you. But if he lost to a Charlo,
Yeah.
if he lost to Charlo or Benavidez, people would say,
Well,
"Oh,
of course.
this is why you were ducking him in the
But
first
yeah, of
place."
course. But how do you know he's not going for legacy?
Are you gonna sit here and claim that he's ducking, like Canelo's ducking him all this time? Right.
All right. So,
Right.
Hey,
yeah.
Right. All right.
true personality, get over it.
Go on and fight bums because it's not his fault, right? It's not his fault that he fights bums, right? It's
Hey,
not his fault that he's always fighting C
This
or
is what happens when you're too invested in one fighter. You get in your feelings like LT.
bro. It's
Thatcher.
Nah, but you don't get no legacy for beating Benavidez at this point in time.
or C level fighters, right? It's not his.
Yeah, you do. He's a young, dangerous champion. You
All right,
would
Rarebit. I have a question. No, I have a question. Yeah, hold on, MT.
He's considered the boogeyman.
Everybody
By
and
who?
their mamas are ducking Charlo, right?
Most people.
It's not only Canelo that's ducking Charlo.
Fuck Charlo,
Hey,
man.
looking if Canelo beats Benavidez, people like remember that one time when Canelo took out the boogeyman that nobody wanted to fight David Benavidez. People were claiming that he was ducking him.
Remember when Lara was the boogeyman? Remember when Lara was a
credit for
boogeyman
that.
because remember when Lara was a boogeyman because Golovkin didn't fight him? Remember that shit? Like who decides who's a boogeyman and who isn't? Hopefully, I
the
hope
issue
it's
with
not
all
the
this
same
shit,
people
the
that
issue
did
with all
that.
this shit is that all these fighters are not fighting against each other, so we don't even know nothing because they're all waiting for Canelo. So you can't state anything about them.
Hey,
Bro, the rare
All
breed,
unknown.
bro. even, bro, the rare breed, but Tur BF Duck Charlo, right?
I'm
Let's be honest.
Out of here.
They were never in the same weight class. This is why he's
Everyone is
never
ducking
defeated.
I was just
Charlo, bro.
looking.
Because let's be
That's my
honest.
boy Wolverine.
I was just looking at Canelo's record. I'm looking at his.
down this point there. Right,
hang
for
on,
me,
look.
sorry. I just want to break down this point. For me, right, Canelo beating Benavidez is like Canelo beating Low Job Saunders. Same bullshit.
No, are you serious?
No, if
Saunders
Canelo
wasn't
beats
even a middleweight. Hang on.
Saunders was a champion.
Saunders
No,
wasn't.
no,
Hang
hang
on, hang on. Let me destroy his point. Let me destroy his point.
With you. Bro, I'm gonna be
Saunders.
honest. If a bum
Saunders.
Let
knocked
somebody
down,
talk, bro.
hold on.
Bro.
If a bum knocked down Charlo, bro, with a straight jab.
Mute LT.
Saunders.
Now imagine,
Saunders.
Canelo with a straight jab, and then keep on coming, like keep on pushing forward.
Okay,
That's
cool story, bro.
Canelo never uses his jab though.
He compared this guy. This
Never.
dude
As
compared.
long as Canelo, yeah, jab.
This
It
dude
goes to
compared
fight,
Brian
all right?
compared Canelo. So
Canelo never uses his jab. Fuck out of here.
I
So what gets the
compared
last?
somebody else.
Hold on, fight.
Hey,
Somebody else
hey,
fight.
we're having,
resume
What's
wise,
his name?
yeah.
they were having a good talk until this dude came in drunk.
So
It
against
was all good until
Golovkin.
this guy came in
So
drunk.
hold on. So Canelo against Golovkin.
Hey,
he
Bucho,
never used
get a
his
hold
right.
of this panel, bro. It's
You're
too much.
fucking high,
Can you
bro.
control this dude?
You are high. Whoever the fuck, bro. You all are fucking high, bro.
LT, let somebody else say something. All right.
Hey, let him run for a little bit, but then you have to like mute him. That's my
Bucho,
advice.
get a hold of the panel, man.
All right, everybody calm down. Everybody calm
Billy
down.
Joe Sanders.
Everybody saying this, bro. It's
Billy
only
Joe
you
Sanders.
faggots that are one that's saying this, bro.
Billy
It's only
Joe
Red Reed.
Sanders.
All right, LT. Let me read LT. Let me read a comment from the chat. There's guys. There's a comment here in the chat. I want to read a comment from the chat. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Where's the fucking comment? Mountain Football says, "Who has Benavidez faced?"
Bravo, Gabriel.
That's what I was saying. Resume wise, it's the same fucking thing of Canelo beat Benavidez as blowjob Saunders. Right?
Okay, Billy Joe
Resume-wise,
Sanders
it's
is
the
not
same
even a
fucking
super
thing.
middleweight. He's not a real super middleweight.
See, this
He
is why
moved up.
fights never happen,
He
because
moved
the
up.
fanboys say who has he fought.
He won. Billy Joe Sanders won a vacant belt off a bum. He defended it twice against two bums, and apparently now he's on the level of David Benavidez, youngest ever two-time super middleweight champ.
David Benavidez
25 wins as super middleweight.
Bro,
Billy Joe
David
Sanders, some
Benavidez
Euro
would have gotten
bum.
a distance with Gilbert,
The same
bro.
level. Are you serious, bro?
Bro, yeah, David Benavidez lost his
Benavidez would have
belt,
gotten a
right? One
distance
due
with
to
Gilbert,
cocaine,
bro.
and the
That's irrelevant.
other one due to he couldn't make
irrelevant.
weight on the scales. So,
That's a mistake.
what's your fucking point?
My point is,
resume wise,
comparing Billy Joe Sanders to Benavidez is an insult, and you don't know shit about boxing. That's my point.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because I just told you why. Billy Joe Sanders is not even a legit super middleweight. He's a blown up middleweight.
What is
So he's
Benavidez?
nothing.
I know that, but
Benavidez would TKO him in like 2 rounds. Forget about Billy Joe Sanders.
David Benavidez ain't in a super middleweight either. He's a 175 pounder in 160.
He hasn't done shit other than the youngest division champion in history. Apart from that, he hasn't done shit.
He hasn't beat anybody, man.
Yeah, that's a good question. Hold on. Guys, all right, guys. Everybody that's everybody. Hold on. Everybody that's high on Benavidez, you gotta answer that question, because that's the same way you're attacking Canelo based on his resume. Who did he fight? Oh, he fought Callum Smith, who didn't do shit. Billy Joe Saunders doesn't count. So, who did he beat? Who did Benavidez beat?
He stopped.
He beat everybody they put in front of him.
But so did Canelo. You could say almost
33-1, two-time world champion Darrell. He stopped him.
Let me say this. Look at this gimmick that fucking Mirage is saying. Oh, David Benavidez is a two-time world champion. Bro, he fucking lost it on a fucking cocaine, and then it fucking weights, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
So he never lost it in the ring. Thank you for making my point.
Cocaine.
He lost it like he defeated 2 world champions and shit. 2 reigning world champions, bro. Oh, that is ridiculous, bro. What a fucking gimmick. Oh, bro, fuck out of here, bro. I swear to God, bro, that's ridiculous, bro. He fucking dropped it in a cocaine, and the other one because he was a little chubby, bro. Then you fucking come here and claim it a 2-time world champion. Like if he fucking defeated fucking Goliath or some shit, bro.
LT.
Benavidez is gonna beat your boy. You're scared Benavidez is coming.
Fuck it, bro. Fuck it.
Your boy's gonna get stopped eventually.
Hey, bro, if you like to go within gimmicks and shit, a 2-time world champion, well, bro, Callum Smith was the longest reigning champion in that fucking division, bro.
That guy's a bum. He got beat up by John Ryder. John Ryder beat his ass.
And he was the lineal champion in that fucking weight division. Who the fuck was David Benavidez?
Julian Love, man.
Here's the ultimate question, right?
Answer me that.
Here's the ultimate question.
Answer me that.
What has David? What has that?
You like to say, two-time world champion. Fucking faggot.
All right.
One question: what has David Benavidez done to earn a fight
I'll tell
Canelo
you.
Alvarez.
I'll tell you
so
what.
now he needs to
Hold on,
earn
hold on.
the fight, does he?
What
The
has he done?
reason,
What
the
has he
reason
done?
they give him, the
Oh.
reason they give him so much props is because of the few fucking highlights on YouTube where he's doing like fucking 20-hit combos on people like.
Yeah, he's going to
Jorge
do that
Medina.
to your little boy, Ginger Canelo, when he catches him. He's going to do the same. He's going to do the same shit.
David Benavidez is the same
Canelo's
fucking
going to be on his
highlight in every fight.
highlight reel.
You
Trust
see
me.
a little quick fury, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Exactly,
that's
Pa. Exactly, Pa.
That's the David Benavidez highlight.
Yeah, I'm a heavyweight. My hands are
He's going
quicker
to
than
Canelo look like Porky
Benavidez,
Medina when he
so.
catches him, okay, bro? And you're going to start crying when it happens. I already know what's going to happen.
Bro, but he beat
Right, because Canelo fights like Porky, right? Mirage, you're a fucking idiot.
dude. Julian Love is a slick fighter, man. He beat him, so I guess he gets the props.
Yeah, if we're going to make the argument, he doesn't. If the youngest two-time world champion,
He deserves a fight. Stop it. Stop it. Don't play the victim. Don't play the victim. Nobody said. Nobody said he doesn't deserve the fight. Nobody said he doesn't deserve the fight. Nobody said he doesn't deserve the fight. Come on.
I'm just messing with this guy because he's so high. He's so high on this Benavidez. He's so high on this Benavidez. I'm just playing one right now. It's just so fun.
Oh, that's fine.
Bro,
I admit, I am a fanboy. I am a fanboy. I admit it. Not hiding it.
Let's be fucking honest. No one is against the fucking fight. In fact, we would like to see that fight. But what is an outrageous claim? What is an outrageous claim is a claim that Canelo dunked David Benavidez.
Yeah,
when he was never mandatory. Hold on. When he was never mandatory for Canelo, but yet he dunked David Benavidez for Bivol. Wow.
I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree.
With that same outrageous claim, we could also claim that Charlo been ducking Plants and that Charlo been ducking David Benavidez.
He has. Yeah, he has.
Wow. Really?
That's why he's the boogeyman. All these bitches are ducking.
Bro, do you know what?
Exactly.
Okay, bro. Bro, do you know what the fucking root idea of duck is? Is when you become the mandatory and he fucking avoids you. All right.
Oh, is that the only way you can duck? You only duck mandatories.
You're creating this fucking duck shit like if it was fucking whatever the fuck. You're creating meaning into something that's not even there. All right, the root idea of duck is when you become a mandatory and he doesn't fight you and he avoids you. That's a duck. I don't know how the fuck are you adding like so many fucking meanings to the idea of duck. Well, where the fuck are you? Are you just
because
gonna
you're making the definition extremely narrow. You don't have to be a mandatory.
Narrow. What does that have to do with the fuck I just said?
He wasn't ducking anybody, man. Come
because
on.
You don't need to be a mandatory.
Then fight him. Then fight him, and people should encourage the fight. So
That's a more obvious. That's a more obvious form of duck.
My spirit. All right, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When was the last time you bought a pay-per-view?
Never. I don't support corporations.
Shut the fuck up. Because you are not even a metric on this fucking game, all right? You're not even a paying fucking customer, so your fucking opinion doesn't even fucking count.
It does count.
Is that clear? Is that fucking clear? Is that fucking clear?
What's your name?
Are you a fucking subscriber to the zone?
LT.
LT's gonna blow up. He's literally gonna blow up.
LT, hold on.
LT, you just need to take your tongue out of Canelo's ass, bro. See, the thing is, you're too emotional. You're not a fan of boxing. You're a fan of Canelo. And that's okay, man. But I like boxing. When Mike Tyson gives the cosign, it means something.
Customers, bro, are always the ones that complain the most.
It means something. When Mike Tyson gives you the cosign, it means something.
This is so fucking funny, yo. Hey, Fight Spirit, go watch MMA, bro. All right? Fuck you.
All right. Somebody else. Who wants to talk? Who hasn't spoken in a while? Come on. Nobody. Because if nobody talks, if nobody says anything, then LT is gonna take over, guys.
Okay, can I say something?
Stone's description, and you bought the Canelo fight like a sucker?
Fuck you. I made my point already.
He bought the DAZN description, right? That supposedly you're going to have free fights, and then he bought the Canelo fight on top of it like a sucker.
Nah,
Let me
homie,
see.
this is a difference. This is a difference, bro. I have the DAZN subscription, but yes, I am close enough to the border where I can see Canelo's fight pay-per-view or
That's
not.
right.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hold on. Can I say something, Bucho?
Yeah.
Listen, man, not for nothing. You know it in your heart. LT knows it. Anybody who's Mexican knows this shit. And I'm just going to be real. Fuck it. David Benavidez is a fucking mayatero, bro. He appeals to the
Stop
fucking...
it.
He appeals to the black fucking
Hey!
fighters.
No,
Everybody
no.
fucking knows that.
That's not
Canelo...
true. See,
We'll
I
go with the
Everybody
race
fucking
car.
knows that.
I already knew that this was what the hate was coming from. But just because the LDBC supports him and all that, no, he's a Mexican American like us.
Bro, let's
bro.
be
He's
real,
a good
bro.
fighter.
He's
Forget it.
Ecuadorian.
I like Bam Rodriguez too. Who cares about?
Complains. Bro, this is funny. Yeah, he complains.
Man, this some shady ass shit, bro.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
No,
Either,
no,
bro.
no, no.
Nigga, he crazy.
Referee doesn't pay for fights either, bro, but yet he complains.
Know what I'm talking
Bro,
about?
referee, where were you
What's
when
up?
fucking
What's
Charlo
up?
fought in
What's up?
Houston? Why weren't you go and support him?
Hey,
Huh?
LT,
Who said I'm a Charlo fan?
LT, can I ask you this?
Oh,
Why is
who said I'm a Charlo fan? Oh, now you're gonna sit there and deny it when you were saying, Canelo had an excuse
LT?
Canelo had an excuse not to fight
You gotta
Charlo.
stop drinking, man.
If he fought
Bullshit.
Charlo, if he fought
Yeah,
David,
problem.
if he fought Bivol, he would have had an excuse. Well, I reached for greatness. But if he lost against Charlo, bro, you sound like a straight up fucking fanboy, bro.
LT,
No,
LT, can I ask you a question, LT? Why is
don't
Canelo?
ask me shit. Don't ask me shit.
Let me ask you Canelo then.
Hey, hold on. LT, let somebody else. LT.
Fucking fight. Pull your own fucking weight around here, motherfucker.
Mute this crybaby. Take
Fighter.
Canelo's ball out your mouth. Why is Canelo's logo the same? Almost looks like the Freemason logo.
So does Golovkin. Yeah, yeah.
Just a question.
No, I know. They don't do their designs. Somebody else does them.
Fighting Spirit, why do you like to dress as a girl, bro?
Let me just make another argument here for
Yeah, let's move on.
for Canelo.
Hey, that
Hold on. Let's move, guys. I want let's move on here, guys.
After
Need a control.
Hold on. LT, please.
Okay.
So back to Canelo ducking. Let's forget about Benavidez for now. We'll forget about Charlo. Canelo has a history of ducking fighters that people seem to forget. At 160, calm down. At 160, he had all the belts except one. Guess who had the belt? Guess who had that belt?
Which belt? Wait, hold on. At 160.
At 160.
Oh no. Andrade or Andre, whatever he is.
Andrade had the last belt.
Oh,
He was like ducking Andre.
Canelo just needed. If Canelo beat him, he would have been unified, undisputed at 160. He didn't fight him. Why didn't he fight him? That's the big question. Because he was fucking ducking. He was scared of Andrade. This started way back. This is before Benavidez. This is a fucking hey, get better. When he moved up to 175, who did he fight? Did he fight the best? He fought a fucking... He fought a shot Kovalev. Then when he went down, he moved up again. Did he fight best? No. He fought Bivol. He has a history of cherry picking his whole career. This isn't new. It's a fact.
Wait a minute. This wasn't cherry pick.
Just destroyed. He's been destroyed with facts. There you go.
He picked the most difficult opponent he could pick. So how's that
Mirage sounds like he just started watching boxing yesterday, bro. You're talking about Canelo, bro, who fucking fought Lara. Well, right now, no one wants to fucking fight Lara. Not even Charlo. No, hold on. You're talking about fucking you're talking about Floyd Mayweather, bro. Who the fuck? You're talking about Canelo cherry picking. Floyd Mayweather was a cherry pick. All right. You're talking about Canelo.
Yes.
All right.
Ford was 36. Ford was 36 active. He thought that could take him out. He was
hold on. Let me just get this straight. Guys. Hold on. Please. Hold on. LT. Let me just say something. LT. Hold on.
Two divisions.
Hold on. LT. Hold on. I just want to ask a question.
You're talking about fucking Daniel Jacobs.
Jesus.
Daniel Jacobs. Put Charlo. Hold on. Put Charlo.
LT, hold on. LT. Let me ask a question. Hold on. I just want to clear something out here. Jesus. All right, hold on. Did I get this right? Mirage, you're saying that he should, like, he was avoiding Demetrius Andrade.
Yes.
Andrade. Okay.
And the evidence is Andrade was the only thing standing between him and Undisputed at 160. History, he didn't take it. Why didn't he take it? Why? Give me reasons. Go.
I don't know. I would say
he went up and became an undisputed 168.
Because he knows Andrade is fucking a terrible matchup. That's why.
Yeah, the same Andrade.
I don't know, man. Like, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Andrade went life and death with Vaughn's mind erosion. Do you guys remember that? What else has Andrade done that's impressive? I would like to hear one
And why
fight.
didn't he fight him and become undisputed? If he's so easy, why the fuck didn't he do it? Isn't it
Because
weird?
he's a horrible fighter, man. Get the fuck out
If
of
he's
here.
a horrible fighter, he should have more incentive to take his fucking belt and become undisputed. What are you talking about?
Exactly. It should be easy, right?
He
Last belt, you become undisputed, you beat a horrible fighter.
Which Smith brother took Andre to the wire? Which Smith brother took Andre to the wire?
Who cares? Irrelevant.
Right. Irrelevant. What is Smith? A come forward, compact fighter.
Here's the deal, though.
Let's make fights, baby.
Here's the thing, though. After Canelo beat Golovkin, that's when he moved up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had two options, basically. He had two options. He already beat Golovkin in the second fight. But, like, officially, he beat Golovkin in the second fight. He was the best middleweight at the time, right? But he was missing that WBO. He was missing. He was. Or like,
No.
yes, he was. Like, according to like the consensus, the consensus, man. Are you kidding me? The Ring Magazine rankings, at least, I mean, they probably had him number one. I'm sure. They weren't saying, well, he needs to fight Andre.
The Ring Magazine.
The consensus was that the winner would be considered the best middleweight in the world. Andrade is a contender. Just because he has a WBO fucking belt doesn't make him a champion. Like, this is ridiculous. This is like Kambosos against Haney. All of a sudden, it's a unification fight. But Kambosos is the lightweight champion. Haney is a contender.
Nobody's disputing
Canelo. Any other belt too?
Canelo was the man when he beat Triple. I concede that.
Yes.
But he was not undisputed. He was not. There was one belt to go.
Right.
So logic would have been, no, I'm going to take the last belt. I'm going to make history. That's, to me.
Well, here's another. I get it. Here's another way of looking at it. He beats Golovkin. He's like, there's nothing over here except unify a belt against a guy who hasn't proved anything. Or I can start moving up in weight and start
Really,
establishing a new legacy.
Really?
Yes, really. Because
So-
Andrade,
so you know
who the
the
fuck is
original
Andrade?
people-
Who the fuck is Andrade?
So if-
Who the fuck is
Yeah,
Andrade?
it
Besides
should be easy to
him
get
having a
back.
fucking
I'll
belt.
tell you how good Andre is. I'll tell you how good Andre is.
Oh, it's he unified the whole division. You can't say nobody
Bucho,
did that in a long time.
If he's such a nobody, it should be easy to take his belt.
Yeah, that's not how it works, Rare Breed. You don't go around fighting people who you're gonna beat easily. Nobody wants to watch. You know that's not how it works.
That's what he did.
You know, no, that's not what. No, at 168, he did that. No, he beat the guy who won the World Boxing Super Series.
He won all the belts.
Okay.
All right, so you just dismiss everything you want. Okay. So Andrade, what that win was going to be better than everything he did at 168.
Andre's last fight was against
Well, he did undisputed at 168.
Let's get it real.
He's already won.
I don't get it, man. I don't see. You're trying to make an argument. Okay. Mirage, are you telling me?
Even fight a WBO mentor just a
Hey, can I go real quick?
Go ahead.
Who the fuck is that?
Okay. All right. Hold up, guys. See, look. There's a reason why Canelo wanted to go undisputed at 168. He was only interested in doing that after seeing Benavidez pop for coke. Before that, he never even mentioned 168. And also, why did he not want to go undisputed at 154 and 160? Can anybody answer me that question?
Circumstances. I mean, I don't know. Listen.
Not circumstances.
Yes, I'll tell you why. Yes.
I mean,
Duly noted. Canelo went up and waited to face Rocky Fielding, and that was a cakewalk. I feel like the whole
Let's be
Undisputed
real.
run
Once you
wants
say
to
the
say
weak
it was a
division,
cakewalk, but like, come on.
That's a weak division. I agree with that.
Are we not gonna talk about Sansa Lukowicz like trying to block a fight between Benavidez and Caleb Plant because he needed more money? He needed that more time to build up the fight? Really? What are we talking about here?
Benavidez will beat the shit out of Caleb Plant, and you know
Why
it.
didn't he make that fight?
David wants that fight. He can control all the manager
Well,
and
it's too late
political
now because
bullshit.
none of the motherfuckers got no belts. So if you had the belts, you would have had Canelo.
Also, this notion that if David Benavidez or Charlo fights these other people, Canelo's automatically just gonna
Yeah,
give him
that's
the
how you
fight.
build your
Bullshit.
fucking name.
That's
That's how you
bullshit.
build
They
your
already
name.
have a name. You know who
That's
David
how you
And
Benavidez is.
all of these guys,
how you bums.
were waiting on Canelo. That's
bullshit.
the fact of it, and they weren't fighting each other.
Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
That's some
Here's the deal.
bullshit.
Let me say something. If Canelo would have fought Andrade, or Benavidez instead of Callum Smith or Caleb Plant, people could have been making the same arguments. Oh, he didn't fight these other champions. Why didn't he fight these champions instead of? Yes, they would. Yes. Same records, same records, same records, same accomplishments, same records, same records.
He could have fought.
Nah, it's Canelo.
He went out of order. The thing is, he went out of order. Instead of like logically, Andrade, I'm done with this division. Next division, he skipped Andrade and started all over again from 0 belts at 168 when he had almost every belt at 160. To me, this is illogical.
Why did he fight Bivol then? Why did he fight Bivol then? If he's such a cherry picker,
I just told you why he fought Bivol. It was a win-win situation. If he wins, he's the greatest. Or people would try to say that. If he loses, he was going for greatness and he took a risk going up in weight. It's a win-win.
Anyone who watches boxing, right, and thought that Bivol was a cherry pick, fuck all about boxing.
Nah, he wasn't a cherry pick.
Not even
not cherry pick.
But Canelo had a tough choice: either lose to Benavidez or Charlo potentially.
No, man, we can't say that he was going to lose to Benavidez.
I mean, these people believe he would have lost against Andrade. Come on.
Come on, man.
You don't know that, Bucho.
No reason to fucking Andrade, man. No reason to believe that.
Andrade has a tough style for anybody, not just Canelo.
Yeah.
Here, I can't talk that in. I'm like, guys, peace.
I see you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Why is it like Canelo is not some like world class like unbeatable person? Like he can lose to people.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Nobody's invincible. Nobody's invincible. Not even Benavidez or Andrade or Charlo, who you guys are mentioning. They're not invincible either. As a matter of fact, they're unproven.
Of course not.
A lot of them.
No, but that's not the problem, Bucho. The problem is he's fighting these guys who are no threat to him, like Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, and Billy Ho Saunders.
Why are those guys no threat?
Yeah, just because you call him Ho doesn't make him a bum.
Let me tell you why. Callum Smith is a domestic level fighter. Let's be honest. 99% of UK fighters usually get exposed when it comes to the States. The very few like Josh Taylor and Tyson Fury go through the cracks.
So he's banking on the fact that he's a UK fighter and that he's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, but Callum Smith was soft. Like he folded immediately in that fight. You saw it. David Benavidez is not going to fold.
So Charlo is somehow not soft. Like I don't.
Yeah, we saw it against Montiel.
You can say what you want about the Charlos, but they're dogs.
Montiel.
They're dogs, man. Get out of here with their dogs. Yeah, we haven't seen him. Like his biggest win is Devrachenko. Go ahead, Virtuoso.
Let me tell you the difference between Jamal and Jermel.
I don't care about Jamal and Jamal. No. Where are you going? We're going somewhere else.
No, let me tell you why. Because people always say that, Jamel's the real one, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you the difference between the two.
All right.
Let me tell you, the difference is Jermel has all his potential opponents that he could become undisputed at PBC. Those fights are easy to make. Jamal, the other champions are fucking, before he got lost, a Japanese guy who's at DAZN and Matchroom, or just DAZN, I think. Triple G, who's also with DAZN, and Andrade, who is impossible to make fights with. So, like, he's stuck in a hard place. So that's the difference. But he's actually a better fighter.
Okay. Can I say something? Hold on. Just Virtuoso. Hold on. I just want to say something. Here's another difference.
Charlo's like looking like shit against Montiel and Korobov. You forgot to mention that though. Like,
Okay,
you know
now
what I mean?
Montiel.
Come on, get out of here. Come on.
Look,
I mean, the same
Montiel.
situation that Jamal Charlo is facing is the same, situation that Terrence Crawford is facing. He was in a
Exactly.
promotion that didn't have a bereft of talent, so he has to explore the market, and that's what
Yep.
Jamal Charlo has to do. He has to explore the market. He can't just stay in one spot.
I agree. He's in the with the Showtime PBC. Of course, there's certain fights he can't get, but he's looking like crap.
But
So
it's not just
yeah.
that. Triple G's not interested in fighting Jamal Charlo. He wants the Canelo payday.
Didn't
He deserves it because you know why he deserves it better than Charlo, because Charlo hasn't done shit and
It's
he
not
also
even
like
that he
Canelo
deserves.
fight, man.
Okay, so we can't blame Charlo for not
They
wanting to fight
basically had
anybody.
a verbal agreement.
No.
They're going to give him the third fight.
Didn't Charlo turn down a fight with
Basically
Canelo?
promised him they're going to give him the fight, and then here they go.
Charlo's trying to fight down with who?
With Canelo. Canelo offered a fight to Charlo and they turned it down.
But yeah, he turned down the
I
Canelo
don't know
fight.
anything
He
about
turned
that.
down the
But
Munguia
I do
payday.
remember.
He also
I
turned
do
down
remember when
the
Caleb Plant turned down a fight
Daniel
with.
Jacobs fight.
Let me stop you right there. Munguia, listen, man. Munguia got to face somebody, bro. And like Oscar De La Hoya, like he gets in the
So
way.
you're gonna blame Munguia?
He should have let him like just shut the fuck
Like
up.
55 days
Not
on
worry about his
nobody.
own.
I would pick
trying to get in on the
Charlo
field.
over Munguia, but Charlo's the one that turned it down. Let's be real.
We got Munguia not a Canelo fight.
Hey, can
I
I
mean,
say
it was a
something?
sealed deal, but like Oscar just kept,
To,
interfering with that shit.
Charlo's too ugly. He's too ugly.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
All right,
Can I say
Mr.
something?
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget to boost my volume up.
This
Boost my
dude's
volume,
like
guys.
300 pounds. Charlo's too ugly.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Boost my volume so you guys can hear me properly. I just wanted to say, I heard people talking about Andrade and the Benavidez. Well, Benavidez, look, I like Benavidez and I would like to see him fight Canelo, but you have to admit that there's going to be people out there, if Canelo were to beat him, people would say, well, Benavidez never beat anybody. Of no, that's number one. Number two,
Exactly.
I
with
wouldn't say
Andrade,
that.
well, you change your tune every 2 seconds, Ray, so come on. But
No,
when
I don't. I'll really consistent. I promise.
well, since you promised, I guess I have to believe it. But in regards to Andrade, this guy, can we all agree that he's just a Panamanian version of Billy Joe Saunders? Is he really that much better than Billy Joe Saunders? I mean, look, listen, Andrade, I do believe he would give Canelo trouble for the first 7-8 rounds. But this is a guy this is a guy that struggled against Martirios in something awful. He struggled against Jack Colkay, ran out of gas in the last 3 rounds, was clinching for dear life against Liam Walsh. Like, if Canelo didn't fight him in order to fight Callum Smith, who was an undefeated fighter and who only looked bad really once, was against John Ryder. You know what? To me, that's a much better. We saw what Canelo did with Billy Joe Saunders. Now, would I like to see the Andrade fight just to finally clear her up? Fine, yeah. But also this argument of, well, if Andrade is so bad, then why doesn't he fight him?
Exactly.
Well, why doesn't Canelo fight me then?
Can I respond to you, BDA, when you're done?
Hold on. Let me finish. If I'm so awful as a boxer and I call out Canelo and he doesn't fight me, can I say that he's dunking me?
Exactly.
Okay, let me respond to you real quick. All right. So first and foremost, what were we talking about again?
We're talking about
Andrade. Joe Sanders.
Yes.
Andrade.
So I would agree with you that
No, my connection.
his volume output has gone down. Like I feel like you would need more.
Are we still on?
A busier fighter to like handle Andrade. I think he'll make. Not say it'll be easy. I think he could outbox Canelo for 12 rounds. And then as far as the second point, as far as if Canelo will get credit for beating Benavidez, I'll give him credit, just like I'll give Earl Spence or Crawford credit for beating Jaron Ennis. I consider those guys boogeyman of their division.
Okay, so
a question.
Hold on, but the Andrade thing, you completely glossed over the fact that, like, I understand if you want to say Benavidez gives Canelo a hard fight because he's monstering there against the limited opposition he's fought, but Andrade hasn't done that. Andrade has struggled against the best opponent he's faced.
Well, Andre is not even on like top 2 of people I want Canelo to fight. It's Benavidez and Charlo.
There you go. Okay, so you agree with us then that the Andrade fight wasn't that important.
Yeah, I don't really
No,
care
I
for the
don't agree.
Andrade fight, to be honest. I want somebody who actually wants to fight Canelo, not run away.
BDA, you're ignoring the fact that
You understand, Andrew? What?
Andrade was Andrade was the only person between Canelo and Undisputed. So it was a lot on the line if you fought him.
That's not true.
Yeah,
He
but the
got to fight
the
Triple G.
IBF wanted him to fight Derevianchenko, and he said no, and then he moved on.
Yeah, but why did he move on when he had the chance to go undisputed? That's the point. That's the point I was making. So you
But
cannot.
I just told you
BDA
the IBF had a mandatory first. They wanted him to fight, and he refused, and then they stripped him, and then he moved on. That's it.
What
It
is
still would have been a.
why was he so scared to fight a mandatory? But he had no problem fighting Yildirim and other bums at 168 mandatories. Why's that?
What the fuck is everything going to do to Canelo though? Really? Come on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it's
like,
hinging
if you get out
upon
with
it's
the
hinging
shit.
upon the WBO belt. It hinges on that. On like, well, he could have become undisputed at 160, but like, do we really think that was a difficult fight for Canelo? Yes or no?
No.
A lot of people.
Mirage, do you think it was a difficult fight? It would have been a difficult fight. Yes or no?
Yes.
or no?
What good fighter has Canelo ever dominated?
And BDA talked about what's the difference between
I'm waiting.
Billy Joe Saunders and Andrade. Andrade is far more athletically gifted. Far more. He has more speed. He has more power. He's an athlete. Billy Joe Sanders is a good herky-jerky boxer. Athletically, he's nothing. Physically, I mean, nothing. So
he's got
I
no
don't think
heart.
and he's soft. He's just a UK soft
let
UK
me
fighter.
reply
So
to that. Let me reply to that. He's so athletically gifted. He's struggling against Jack Colkey, Mark Rosian, and against Liam Walsh. And it's not even the struggling. Look, it's boxing. It's not always gonna be easy. But the fact that he runs out of gas so awfully in the last couple of rounds, and even before he gasses completely, he clinches a lot. Count down amount of times he was clinching against Liam Walsh, who essentially is just a guy with a big right hand. So come on, man. I mean,
we're looking at physical attributes. That's the argument. Physical attribute. He's fast. He's athletic. That's what we're looking at.
But see, that's the thing. Rare Breed said it's hard to get up for those guys. It's funny that when Canelo finds that level of competition, or Golovkin, they don't struggle with those guys. With Andrade, all of a sudden there's excuses. Same with Charlo.
Montiel.
Yeah, the same.
There's a difference.
With other fighters,
there's no difference.
Well,
there is.
When those guys struggle, they couldn't get up for them.
Yeah, I'm not saying Andrade's some amazing top pound for pound, but in a stylistic matchup, I do think he's a problem for Canelo. Canelo and his team, they know that. They're not stupid. They know this guy's risky. He may be able to spoil his way to an ugly decision, and he's going to make us look bad. He's not worth the risk. That's what I believe.
These are the type of arguments one could have made
A lot
for
of people
Callum
believe
Smith.
him. Why are you guys
Callum
thinking this
Smith
guy's
is
crazy?
tall. Callum Smith is tall. He's rangy. He could cause he's too big. This is nothing. You got to look at the records and accomplishments. Accomplishments, and Andrade's accomplishments they leave much to be desired. To be honest.
Okay, the Callum Smith counter argument.
Yes.
Canelo saw John Ryder, who is very similar style to Canelo, beat up Callum Smith the previous fight. Before Canelo fought him, he saw the deficiencies of Callum Smith has versus exactly the type of fighter Canelo is. Somebody small who pressures him, and he saw, hang on, this is a way to beat him. So this is why I think they went after Callum Smith.
He also had a belt.
If you're a Canelo fan, are you going to look back in time and say, "Oh man, remember when he beat Callum Smith and Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders"? Get the fuck out of here.
I agree with you, but that's not. That's the same. I agree. There's nobody else. There was nobody else. I say the same thing about Floyd. Are we going to look at Floyd, Robert Guerrero, Ortiz, and all this? No, but that's
Canelo, Pacquiao.
Well, Canelo, Golovkin. I mean, Canelo Golovkin, Canelo Cotto. I mean, you're cherry picking. Come on, it's ridiculous.
Those guys were trash.
Yeah, let's take Jimmy. Go ahead. Jimmy, go ahead.
All of that bombs.
Yeah, what's up, Bucho? I just want to say a couple of things. This is not opinion. Charlo absolutely did turn down a contract. His brother has now said it he's come out and said it again. He said it to somebody who was on the Boxing Boys the other night. Jamel's best friend, and he was like, "Nah, come out of Jamel's mouth." His own brother told him he turned it down in 2019. It's still to this day would be his highest payday. So that's a fact. The second thing, at 160, the reason why he wasn't trying to hang around, if he would have had to fight maybe one more person in the Unify, but they were pushing Derevianchenko. because again, this is my opinion. I have no proof on this, but he just went to Germany. I think when he fucked around with the GH, I think he changed his physical frame too much, and I think it was too hard for him to make 160. That's the reason why 168, and he was up there. And again, you can't like I give Jamel all the props in the world. Hey, he's a fucking 4-belt champion, right? Without a doubt. But that was like, I mean, dude, did you see who he fought to get the WBC belts? I guarantee you, nobody here ever heard of him before he fought of him. His next fight after losing Jamel, he fought in a fifth. He lost to he fought a guy making his pro debut, and then the next fight he lost in a 5-round decision and retired. I mean, you couldn't have picked a bigger no-hoper. That's what he won the green belt. And then the second one was the banana dude. He won 2 belts off of him, and that thing's aging as good as a wet fart. I mean, Rosario, I mean, yeah, Banana's not looking too spectacular lately, but still, I give him credit for what he did because he did fight Castano. But if you talk about the boogeyman, Bucho's 100% right. Listen, against Monterosian, Andrade struggled. He went life and death with that dude. In fact, Andrade put him on his ass. Triple G went in there and absolutely annihilated him, beat him like he owed him money, and left him in a round and a half crumbled. So just common sense. Andrade is not the one. And I've known Andrade, I've been following Andrade since he was a young teen. He's just not that type of kid. I think Jamal would hang in there better. I think Jamal's more tough than Andrade because it was that way in the minors too. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that. We can all pick apart, when somebody makes a run at a belt, that's just, you fight the champions that are there. Yildirim, he had to fight Yildirim. It was his mandatory, or he couldn't, go for that, whatever. And he did all that, but he did all that in 12 months. He did that in 4 months. So Yildirim was like it was just a sparring session, really. They threw on television. So, but yeah, I'm done.
But Jimmy, what you're ignoring is Canelo's the only person that can do that in 12 months because he's the face of boxing. Like, who's going to turn down a fight with him? It's easy to
Now, who the hell is Canelo?
Canelo turned down that fight. That's the issue.
Well, Charlo Plan also turned down a fight with Canelo first because
Speaking of Martirosyan, which one of the Charlos did he fight? From 154?
Mel.
Yeah, Jamel Charlo.
Yeah.
He fought Jamel, and Mel, and that was a tough fight.
Yeah.
Martirosyan is not a bad fighter. I know Triple G destroyed him, but he's not a bump.
Yeah, Martirosyan said he never felt power like that in his life. That's what he said about Triple G. Never. He said I was expecting power, but I never felt it like that.
Lara.
Pacquiao knocked out Hatton in 2 rounds. Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao. I mean, and that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know.
They fought similar. Who looked more impressive against Hatton?
I was trying to say that's how impressive Triple G's power was. That's where I was going.
Okay, yeah, I agree to that. There's no doubt to that.
What I'm curious at is, Jimmy, is where would you put Jamel Charlo on the pound for pound list right now?
Right now, really has to be up there. He has to be top 5. He's a 4 division. He's the 8th person in the modern era to win. I mean, what he achieved. And listen, yes, I don't really. I mean, so what? He had a couple of soft touches, but Castano is a tough fucking kid, and he had a bite down in his gum shield, and he did do the things he had to do to win. Like in the first fight, you go back, he'd take a big shot, and he wasn't expecting that, and he would peel out. This time, he took a big shot, ate it, and then threw his own. He was always making sure he finished the fucking, the big punch, So that's why I believe he did the changes. So yes, no, absolutely, you got to give him his props, man.
Yeah,
and then
I give him his props, but I had 3 issues with the Mel.
Oh, go ahead.
1, he never fought. Laura. 2, I wish he would have fought J-Rock, although I favored obviously Charlo. And then 3, what was the third one? I don't know. I can't remember.
Wait, you're talking about Jamel?
Mel, yeah.
He didn't fight. You know what it is, man? I confuse J-Rock and Tony Harrison.
Yes. That was my third point. The wrong Charlo won that night. That was a fucking robbery.
I think Matt beat Charlo. Jamal.
No, I didn't think Harrison beat Charlo. That was a close fight.
Me neither. I thought Charlo.
Wait, hold on. Didn't Charlo knock Erickson been out though?
Yeah, that was 154. That was years ago.
That was
As a matter
Maul.
of fact, man,
That was
and
the other
another
brother.
thing
That was
is,
Jamal. That was
like,
Jamal. Yeah.
No, that was the
something
same
that I
one that
wanted
got
to
robbed
bring
by
up.
Harrison.
Fuck. I
Okay,
got
that was
confused.
Something that I
that's
wanted to
right.
bring up.
I have a hard time telling
to
them
bring
apart.
up.
Yeah.
Y'all
Let's
both
be
feel
real.
like
Canelo and
It's okay.
Crawford's undisputed run was the weakest.
But I'm just trying
No.
to say,
No,
y'all
no,
don't
no,
feel
no,
like
no.
that worth
Yes.
of weight really though. Like
Well,
Crawford.
he shits on Terrence
All
Crawford, but you know when they beat Gamboa, they big him up. Like what the hell? Terrence Crawford beat him when he
Nobody
was
but Big
undefeated.
Up Crawford's
Wait,
run at undisputed at 140.
did you say Canelo's was the weakest run?
With Crawford.
Canelo and Crawford.
No way.
Canello's was
Yeah,
fucking weak.
no.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Charlo's is
I'm sorry,
weak too.
Jimmy.
Charlo's is
Jimmy,
weaker than Canelo's.
He beat a domestic level fighter in Callum Smith. He beat Billy Joe Saunders, who's soft and came for a paycheck. And
But
Caleb Plant.
whoa! No, you
Just
just
like-
can't say that and put it out there. He was an undefeated world champion for 5 years.
There's a lot of undefeated paper
But
champions.
it doesn't matter, dude. But he still was what he is. But if you look at the guy, I mean, he was basically won a vacant belt. He was just mailed to. Put it this way: Jamal Charlo would have put out more effort walking to the mailbox to pick the belt up if it was mailed to him than what he did to fight that fucking kid. Does anybody here remember his name? I'll wait.
What was his name?
So we can talk about Canelo's name, but nobody here can even mention who fucking Jamal won that belt off of. That's how obscurely, how much of a no hope of that dude is. His name was John Jackson from the Caribbean
I'm at
Islands.
a point right now where
Oh, wow.
Canelo, I'm like, who the fuck, bro? Like, I'm surprised people still talking about him, bro. Like, I was waiting for this day for for a very long time, and like, now that it happened, I'm not gonna talk bad on him, too bad on him. Like,
I
you know
will.
what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, regardless, even if I feel like he got stuck in the corner and had no choice but to fight Bivol, but that's just my opinion. You feel me? I still feel like, you feel me, because we all knew who he wanted to fight. He was trying to cherry pick the shit out of that shit. You feel me? But he had to take tough fights.
Oh yeah, I have a question for Black Chibi. I have a question for. I have a question for Black Chibi.
Not want to pay for that fucking
Black Chibi.
Want to pay for that fight? That's all I'm saying.
Jesus, Black Chibi. If Canelo goes back to if Canelo goes back to 168, which is I think what's gonna happen, what are his chances of, beating everybody there again?
No chances.
None.
Who's he going to fight?
I think he has a high chance.
Yeah, Jimmy. What do you think?
I give him zero chance of beating Benavidez.
No, what do I think if Charlo goes back? If Canelo goes back down to 168?
Yes.
What's his chances
of dominating?
I think he'll. Oh yeah, no, he'll dominate. He'll dominate
No, he
down
won't.
there.
Jimmy, who has he ever dominated that was
Who's he
good?
going to dominate? Who? What are you talking about?
Exactly. He's never dominated anybody's whole career.
Benavidez.
And all of a sudden he's going to dominate Charlo?
Benavidez.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think he knocks Charlo out without a doubt. I think he knocks Benavidez out too.
Come on, that's crazy.
We're going life and death.
I just know that I'll put my picks up against anybody's. I don't usually pick wrong. I'm not usually that, and I don't usually pick wrong when I'm that confident. I'm telling you right now.
Who's the best fighter Canelo's knocked out? Like listed like the top 2 fighters that Canelo's knocked out.
No, stop. I didn't say knocked out. Stop's different. I
Okay,
didn't say
stop.
knocked out.
Who would
Stop.
okay? Let me just take a stab in the dark. Kovalev shot.
This is why I say Canelo's overrated.
Okay, Plant and probably a shot Kovalev. They're the top 2 guys that Canelo has stopped. Now, they're fucking, in my opinion, they're not elite fighters. They were soft. And you think he's going to stop David Benavidez of all people?
Kovalev was in the league.
Exactly.
I get it. I said dominates.
Fucking shot. He's shot to pieces. He was almost. It was rocked multiple times. A month previous, when he had the fight, he had no time to recover. Let's not take that seriously.
The fight wasn't a month earlier. The fight was over 2 months earlier.
He was a shot version. Now,
but you can't use that as a no. I'd say he's shot. I'll agree with you, but you can't use that timetable. There was a time when fighters would fight 6-7 times a year and that trip, that war with Mickey Ward and the Toro Garden, that happened in 18 months. 18 months.
But so they're the top 2 fighters that Canelo stopped. He couldn't stop. He beat on Chavez Jr. all night. Didn't even fucking hurt him or drop him. Callum Smith. Lots of shitty fighters have gone distance. But apparently he's going to stop David Benavidez. Do you think that's really?
Wait, he didn't stop. He didn't stop the British kid. He really didn't try to put himself in a position to get stopped either. But
he didn't stop.
His career isn't over yet either. So, but I mean, I wouldn't rate him as domestic level. I'd put him the next level up.
So my point is, Canelo.
Jimmy, who has Canelo ever dominated? Who has he ever dominated that you could say was like a world class opponent?
I said dominate division. By dominate means he will become champion down there. Well, he'll hold his belts.
Okay,
that's what I mean by dominate.
You said he would dominate Charlo, right?
Well, no, I said he'll knock Charlo out.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Canelo,
that's just my opinion.
You go life and death. That's a bad sign, man.
It's not Montiel.
And the funny part is that Charlo had a better style matchup, so like, there's no reason why he should have looked that bad.
Yeah, stylistically, it's an easier matchup for Canelo than Benavidez.
So why are you surprised he's gonna get knocked out? He could get knocked out.
Gonna give him a tougher fight than Charlo.
I mean, one thing about the Charlo, they both have chins.
Yeah, it'll be a tough fight.
When I was making
I don't
Canelo,
know. I don't know. I think Benavidez's chin is sus, but that's just me.
When has Charlo's chin been
I'm saying the
tested?
Charlos have chins. I don't know about Benavidez.
Sorry, Bucho, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Has Jermal's Charlo's chin been tested?
Yes, Deverenchenko, even Montiel, who's got 24 wins with 23 knockouts, has tested his chin.
I wouldn't even put
Montiel hurt him.
I wouldn't even
Montiel has power. I know you guys think he's not good, but he does have power.
Go ahead, Pete.
but Charlo was hurt like a couple of times. Been stunned. Benavidez has never been hurt. He had a flash knockdown, but he's never been like rocked like he's hurt. So to me, his chin so
against
far.
some like D-level fighter with the flash.
He wasn't a D-level. He was a top 6. He was ranked. They're making out Gavril to be some bum. He was top 6 rated at the time.
Bum. What do you mean?
He was 6'2", fucking Mayweather fighter. He was a fucking solid fighter.
No,
a lot of
man,
potential
that's
until
crazy.
he ran into
But come on,
Benavidez.
brother. Listen, Mirage.
Can anybody
keep
career?
Can anybody
bro,
name
keep it
one
on
time
the same
Canelo
thing.
had a world class? Can anybody name one time Canelo's put on a masterclass performance against a good fighter? Because Pacquiao has done that.
The second fight.
Mayweather has done that.
The second fight against
What was it,
Triple G.
masterclass? But Triple G won that.
A master. Okay, wait, hold on.
He fought a good fight against.
Jimmy, hold on. I want to ask a question.
He didn't dominate. He never dominated.
Hold on. What's a master? Very big.
All right, guys, one at a time. I can only hear one person.
What's a master class?
Like what Pacquiao did to Hatton, what Pacquiao did to De La Hoya, what Mayweather did to Canelo, what Mayweather did to Marquez. That's masterclass. Like, you dominate another great fighter.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Canelo has never done that.
Canelo, Callum Smith. What would you say?
Oh, yeah. Callum Smith.
Callum Smith is
Hall of
nothing,
Famer.
man.
Callum Smith.
Hold on. Let Rarebit
I
fucking
thought he
respond.
dominated Cotto.
Hold on. Rarebit, respond, please.
Did you really just say Callum Smith?
Did you say Marquez against Floyd? Come on, get out of here. Listen, you're trolling. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, let's move on then. Gypsy, go ahead.
I answered this question.
Marquez was a midget. Seriously, you mentioned Marquez and then you asked me about Colin Smith. Did you really say Colin Smith when you mentioned Marquez? I mean,
What's wrong with Marquez? He's not a great fighter.
You're a joke, man. Get out of here. Let's keep
Marquez
it serious. If you wanna debate, we'll debate seriously.
How was he a shell of himself? He just got done beating Pacquiao.
Marquez.
Can I respond, Jimmy? Jimmy, I
mean,
respond,
oh, wow.
Jimmy.
Man.
Hey, Dirk, fam, what's going on, fam? What's with your beef with the UK fighters?
Go ahead, Butch.
You guys, what happened?
What's going on, BDA, fam? What going on, fam? I normally listen to you still.
Yo, I can mention 2 fighters to answer your question. One of them is Jacobs, and the other one's Cotto.
Jacobs was almost a draw. It was almost a draw on the cards.
Fight.
No way.
It was almost a draw.
Canelo outclassed the shit out of Jacobs, and Jacobs came off a good win.
Did you see his other fight? He looked clean. Like, that was not a masterclass performance. Are you going to talk about that fight in 20 years?
That was an 8-4 round. I gave 8 rounds to fucking Canelo and 4 to Jacobs.
Well, ask you a question, bro. Are you going to mention to your kids 20 years about that fight?
Yeah, why not?
No, you won't. Remember that one time when Canelo
I'm mentioning it right now. I'm mentioning it right now. What's your point?
He didn't even beat the shit out of Jacobs. It was a fucking close fight. Can I just respond to that?
Wait,
That was
dude, wait,
competitive,
dude,
man.
dude.
One at a time, guys.
competitive.
One at a time.
Jimmy
was competitive.
Jimmy was hyping up Callum
Fucking
Smith as
animals.
like an established
Come on, get a word in.
champion. I'm just looking at his record here.
He was the Ring Magazine. He was the Ring Magazine champion at the time too.
Let's see what he did. Hang on. Let's see what he did.
Hold on.
Can I talk?
Yeah, look at his record. Go ahead. Give us his record.
Yeah. It's nice to say Ring Magazine, but let's see how he earned it. So let's see. He beat a one-armed George Groves. That's how he won his WBA super title. I think that's the legitimate title. Then he fought some kickboxer, and he that was a close fight. I think he was a kickboxer before that. And then he beat some Hassam Dam, some dude. So he basically he beat a kickboxer, some other dude, and George Groves, who was injured, coming off an injury, and that's how he became champion.
You never heard of Hassam Dam?
What was
Just
that?
curious. You never heard of him? You never seen him fight Hassam Dam?
Not really.
Listen, you're the one pushing. You're the one pushing Benavidez. You want to go through his record? You want to go through his record? Let me get out of here. He didn't fight Andrade.
Then after he became champ, he defended it. He defended it once versus Hassan, and then against John Ryder, when everybody concedes, he got his ass beat. So that's the quote-unquote established champion that Canelo beat. Okay, don't make me laugh. He wasn't not established.
Yeah, you go and nitpick a record.
He's
You're gonna nitpick a record.
Did Canelo beat Mosley?
Let's stop talking about Canelo Alvarez. Let's talk about the other fighters, fam. I want to know
So the
why
reality is Canelo became undisputed without beating one single established champion in 168. That's not impressive.
Yeah, well, he needs to fight Benavidez, the established.
He was an undefeated champion.
Did you just say Billy Joe Sanders as if he was?
Yeah,
somebody?
he was an undefeated champion. But dude, you can't. Listen. It's a hard to take somebody. Let me finish. It's hard to take somebody serious when there's a dude who's an undefeated champion, no matter what you say about him. But then you talk to Benavidez, who I think is good, but Benavidez has never fought anybody.
Okay,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's stupid. You go through a record and you nitpick after the fight happened, and you go, "Well, he never fought anybody. He never fought anybody." Yeah, but neither has Charlo, neither has Benavidez, and yet there's ways to make arguments that these guys should get a shot. Well, there was arguments that Callum Smith should have gotten a shot based on his accomplishments. Yes, maybe he didn't look good in some fights. Maybe there's no big names there, but right now that's the way it is, man. Even Benavidez doesn't have big names in his record. So it's let's not get too focused on the record.
You know who I go with the champions. When Charlo himself says, "Yeah, no, he wasn't ducking me." That's silly to even say that shit. I mean, come on, he even knows that.
But Jimmy, Saunders he's a fucking middleweight. He's not a legit 168 pounder.
Oh, right.
He moved up. He won a vacant belt of a fucking
Mirage. Canelo started at 140 pounds, guy.
I don't give a fuck where he started.
First off, don't talk to me like that, guy. Second, I'm just talking about boxing right here. You say you don't give a fuck where he started. What are you talking about? You're the one who just said he was a middleweight. So I'm saying, yeah, he fought a middleweight to 168, but Canelo started at 140. That'd be equivalent of let me finish. That'd be equivalent of Errol Spence going right now and dominating or becoming the light heavyweight champion.
No, Sanders has never proved anything at
Mirage, you gotta let somebody else talk, man.
First fight was at 140.
We gotta let other people talk. Butch, go ahead.
100, fam. I'm just hearing you lot conversate about this one man. All right, cool. Let's talk about it. David Benavidez has not fought nobody. Exactly. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Thank you.
He fought nobody.
Thank you.
He was the mandatory to Beterbiev. He didn't take that. He said no to that fight. 175 pounds when he couldn't get the fight with Canelo Alvarez. He was the mandatory to Beterbiev, and he didn't fight him. David Morrell's calling him out. Why is he not going to fight David Morrell?
Who the fuck is Dave Morrell? He's 6-0, man. Are you serious?
What does that mean?
Exactly.
He's a prospect. He's a prospect, bro.
Okay, let's push this guy who hasn't fought nobody, right?
He hasn't fought anybody, man. Come on, Mirage. I want to see the fight, but you can't not based on his record.
Okay, Durrell was a 2-time champion.
But he's washed up, man. I'm playing your game. I'm playing your game where you just cherry pick and nitpick up at the record, and
he's washed fighter. No one cares about Durrell. He's irrelevant. Forget that guy. Next.
Okay. He's playing dead. Mirage, Charlo can beat David Benavidez. Just to let you
How
know,
is
because
Okay, move up and let's have it. Let's see if he
his
moves
little
up.
brother, his little
Let's
brother.
see if Charlo believes what you believe. Let's see if
His little brother.
Charlo believes that.
No, I'm saying is, no. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
saying because I hate Benavidez. I don't like neither guy. I don't like Charlo or Benavidez. The thing is, though, the reason why I'm saying that Charlo can beat him because Charlo does have a chin on him, and the style that he brings is going to be a problem for David Benavidez. Charlo does get defeated by Canelo. I think he goes to decision, and Canelo
So
clearly
sir,
beats.
excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
But
sir. Excuse me,
David
sir. You said
Benavidez is a
Charlo's
guy
got a
that-
chin.
Yeah, I think Charlo does have a chin.
What fact determined you that he's got a chin?
There's no question.
Exactly. The Derevchenko fight, they keep saying.
What chin is that? How many knockouts has Derevchenko got? Who's Derevchenko? What chin?
No, it's not. It's not because of that, bro. It's just Davidchenko rocked Triple G, even though it's a washed-up Triple G. He rocked him with a fucking body shot, bro. I don't know why the referee got involved in that shit. That shit was.
Didn't Charlo struggle with like a D-level Benavidez called Montiel in his last fight? And you think he's going to beat Benavidez? Are you serious?
He went
bro?
like with the taco vendor.
Montiel's a fucking daytime cab driver. And he
Montiel
He's a taco vendor.
Got dropped by some fucking cab driver, so I don't even want to hear that.
Montiel's a taco vendor.
Big dude that doesn't even belong in that 160. He belongs in 168 to 170. He's probably weight drained at 160.
You got a new argument now. Okay, awesome.
No, I'm not making an argument. I'm just telling you facts. That's.
Montiel had 4 losses when Charlo fought him. Montiel had 4 losses. He's fighting Sulecki. Sulecki's got the same arm reach as Cambosis. He's got the same arm length as Cambosis. What the fuck are you fighting?
All right, guys, let's. Well, this is getting too crazy. All right, guys, hold on. 1 second, please. 1 second, Gypsy. I don't know why you keep trying to talk. What the hell's going on? It's background noise.
I'm not trying to interrupt. I was just listening the entire time.
Okay, because there's like background. Hold on. Let me just read a super chat and then I'll let you go. Mike T, thank you for your contribution. He says that torta ahogada Benavidez is overrated. All right, so Mike T doesn't really think highly of Benavidez. Yep, we're split over here. Who wants to say something? Gypsy?
Yeah, I was saying that Charlo has a legitimate shot. The older brother, which is a more skillful fighter than the younger brother, who, pretty much is Castaño. Yeah, the older brother is a more skillful fighter than the younger brother, bro. Even though,
I think the other one. I think.
Well, how are you saying this when he doesn't have the same opposition as his brother? How are you saying this?
He's just a better fighter. Just because he got beat up by Korobrov because he was outclassed, and they still gave it to him, doesn't mean shit. He's still better than his younger.
His brother is fighting better competition. So how are you saying that he has more skills than his brother? How? Explain this to me, please.
Just because he doesn't have the resume that his younger brother has in 54 does not make him a lesser fighter.
But how are you saying that he's got more skills than his little brother? It's like saying you're playing basketball with college players, and you're saying that this college player has more skills than the NBA player. Doesn't make sense.
Every fighter is fighting. He's been given a fucking shiner.
Charlo's situation, he beat Derevchenko. He outclassed the crap. I didn't expect that shit.
It's Derevchenko. No one gives a fuck about Derevchenko. He's not a world. He's never been a world champion. He's done nothing. Stop talking about Derevchenko.
I didn't say based on eye test, I think he beats Benavidez because of skill set, because of his legs. He's faster than him. He's gonna give Benavidez. It's gonna go to a decision. I don't think he knocks him out, but he beats him on decision.
See,
Benavidez's legs are not that great, and this fight with David Lemieux is perfect for him because David Lemieux is just there to come at him, and he's gonna knock him out in the 6th round. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be an awesome fight. I may add, it's gonna be a really good fight because they're both bangers, both fun for fighters. It's gonna be an entertaining fight.
I don't think it's gonna be interesting. I think he's gonna dominate the shit out of Lemieux.
I know he's gonna dominate, bro. I think it's gonna be a dominating fight, but there's gonna be blows coming from both ends, bro. It's honestly,
it'll be entertaining that way. It'll be like watching mugging, but I think Benavidez.
I just wanted to know why you think. I just wanted to know why you think the older brother's better than the little brother when the little brother's been fighting way more better competition. How is this possible? It doesn't make any sense.
Eye test.
Bro, he dominated Austin Trout like nothing. The Canelo didn't do that. with Austin Trout. He fucked up Austin Trout.
That was a wash
Trout
out.
was
Let's be real.
Oh yeah, you could say he was washed up,
the
but
same Austin Trout.
Nah, he was
fucking
washed, bro.
Beast.
Calm
he
down.
made him look fucking terrible. And Devinchenko is another one that I don't think his younger brother can do what he did to those guys. His younger brother lost to Vanes Marios and he got a gift decision, bro. He lost to Castano.
No, it was black and white on the paper. On
That
the
was
paper,
a
it said he won.
robbery, bro.
On the paper, it said he
Harrison
won.
did not win that fight.
How can we? I mean, I don't understand how motherfuckers be praising losers, bro. This motherfucker lost. That's why he was so happy when you knocked him out because of his power. His power saved his ass.
How did he lose? What fight did he lose? What fight did he lose, sir?
But Gypsy, all good fighters lose.
That
In the real days, guys, all good fighters lost.
Yeah, I know. I'm not shitting on him completely like that, bro. I'm just saying compared to his brother, the better boxer is the older brother.
But how is this possible when he's fought no champion? He's fought one champion in his whole career.
We'll see that eventually, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you about champions because yes, the younger brother has better resume. And
Yes. Are you gonna, Gypsy, just say that's your opinion. That's all right. It's all we all have our opinion. That's just your opinion.
That's why I'm saying that the older brother has a better shot. He's gonna beat Benavidez, but Canelo beats both.
That's your opinion. I just want to know why.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, why? That's the thing, Gypsy. Why?
It's because of the legs, bro. He's got better legs. That's the reason why. Better legs.
Yeah, he had sexy legs.
All right. Like in front of your opponent, he gets hit. He's not elusive.
Yeah, that's a good.
Korobov way faster than fucking Benavidez is, bro. Korobov is a faster guy.
That's why I want to see this
way faster, more skillful. I may add than Benavidez is. Benavidez got a lot of shots.
I want to see how good Benavidez is.
Range. He's got heavier, faster hands. That's it.
Okay.
Heavier, faster hands.
I agree. When they were both at 154, I did think Maul hit harder at 154 than his brother. But now, brother Gypsy, you got to take into consideration since then, in the past 5 years, just in the competition, right? Just in the level of people he's fought. Those two fights with Castano has made Jamel Charlo so much better than his older brother right now. I'm just saying, if they were to fight now, like, you can't, like, when you go to war like that, where, like, you're really worried about getting knocked out, like that dude had knockout power and it could hurt him, and he did what he had to do. So, like, that's steel sharpens steel is my point. That was my long-winded way of saying steel sharpens steel. That makes you a better fighter. So right now, I think Jamel is the better. And I want to make the record clear, too. Two things. I didn't know Mirage. I didn't know you were the same dude. I didn't mean to snap. I thought you were totally different. And second, I don't think Benavidez is a bum or overhyped. If that came out like that's what I thought. I know, not you. I didn't say you. I just want people to think I don't think that about him.
By the way, until he proved himself against some, maybe even Uzgatigi, which he did. I don't know how that fight never took place. I would have loved to watch that. Uzgatigi would have been nice, even though Uzgatigi is a cheat, but isn't most fighters? They're pretty much all fucking cheaters at some point.
All right, guys, let me just read a super chat here. Rider of the Storm says, we excited for Benavidez versus Lemieux, who got beat by Billy Joe Saunders 5 years ago. Yet Billy Joe Saunders isn't good. Charlo is fight nothing but 154 pounders, moving up and struggles. Interesting.
Billy Joe Saunders is a good boxer, bro. Whatever Canelo did to him was pretty good. I mean, all he had to do was avoid that one shot. If he did, he probably would have got the decision. He wouldn't have got the decision. He would still get robbed. I think he was doing good until he got caught with that shit. He got too carried away.
I want to hear people who haven't spoken, because if you're not going to speak, then please, if you're not going to speak, please leave so you can allow other people to jump in. So I'm going to ask Monster. Are you there, Monster? Monster going once, going twice. All right, whatever. MMA, you take over.
Yeah, what's going on, Bucho?
What's up?
I wasn't here for most of it, so what were you guys talking about?
We need to fix that audio, my man. I can't hear a word.
Yeah, it's low as fuck, man.
What's up,
MMA? You hear me now?
I can barely hear you. Well, I can barely hear anybody. I got fucking stupid earbuds in, but I can barely hear you.
It sounds like an ICE detention facility with Jimmy as the counselor.
Yeah.
Is that Pete? Jimmy's trying to explain himself, calmly to people.
Murad's like, wait.
Well, I can barely hear. I got to get to the house and put my fucking headphones on.
It's probably a good thing you don't hear this. You probably have a stroke.
You need to be in your Godfather or something.
Exactly.
You okay?
What's up, Jack?
All right.
Yo.
The hell happened? Everybody was screaming. Now everybody's like quiet.
Yo. What's the topic?
All
MMA comes in here, doesn't know what the fuck we're even talking about.
It's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yo. What's up? What's we talking about?
We're talking about Charlo now for some reason. How do you? So what about Charlo? What the fuck are we talking about?
Charlo.
I don't know, man.
Let's talk Benavidez, guys. Let's talk
Who's he
Benavidez.
going to? Who's he going after he destroys Sulecki? Who's he going to fight? That's what I want to fucking know.
Nobody.
A bum. That's
There you
who.
go then.
And it looks like Jamal Charlo looks like his record. He's only stopped 2 of his opponents at middleweight, 2 out of 6. So it looks like his power hasn't carried over as much as well.
I think they're all waiting for a payday from Canelo, man. That's all they're doing. They're all waiting for a payday. Even Bivol.
You think? You think?
No. It's not a thing. It's obvious. I'm waiting for a payday too. But it's like it's just like they don't want to challenge anyone because they're all waiting for that fucking payday. Even Charlo, like they're just waiting for that. This is ridiculous. It's like
Fuck that.
it's
Fuck
Canelo's
that. The
the
credit's
one.
gone now. He's lost now. He's lost. So you're gonna have to fight each other.
Yeah, but he's still a payday, bro. Even if he lost, if he decides to not to rematch Bivol and decides to fight.
Fuck your money, man. Fuck your money. Payday. Fuck that. Go and fight each other, man. You started getting when you're fighting. Payday shit. You're millionaires already. How much money do you want? How much money do you want? You're millionaires already. So this payday shit. Just give me $1 million, $2 million, whatever, and I'm happy. I don't want no 20, 30, 40. I don't fucking care about that. I'm a millionaire. I'm
I'll give you 10 million to fight
the whole world.
you
I'm
want to take
1%.
They're not even worth that much.
Money. Everyone wants money. You wanted money, but you don't want to fight nobody. So how you gonna get money? You ain't fighting nobody. It don't fucking make sense. Pay me $100,000. I'm gonna fight all of them tonight.
Another thing with Canelo with Charlo is that I think he just wants to. He doesn't want to give him that payday as well. Like he doesn't like the guy enough to give him the payday. I think that's another thing that what it is. It's not about him being scared or anything like that. With Charlo, it's more of I don't want to give you a payday, guy.
Straight in, man.
I don't like
straight.
you.
Do you know how better boxing would be if everyone fought who was meant to fight? For example, we ain't got no Spencer and Bud fight yet. That's not even been announced yet. This should have been announced months ago. I'm tired.
Should have been announced years ago, bro. Years.
That should have happened in 2017.
I think at one point Canelo was afraid of Charlo. I think at one point 154 he was probably wary of fighting Charlo, but not at this point. I think at this point it's more of a payday thing. He doesn't want to give him that payday and just frustrate the crap out of him.
That's a dumb excuse, man. What kind of excuse is that? It's a fight.
It's not
Everybody
excuse,
wants to
bro.
see.
It's like you don't like the dude and you don't want to pay him. It's just, that's all it is.
It'll be a big pay-per-view. It's a great name on his record, but I don't want to give you a payday, so fuck it. That's one of the dumbest excuses.
There's a lot of other great videos fight.
How about this? How about Charlo move up, fight Benavidez, and if Charlo wins, he can talk shit and be like, "Yo, I need a real Mexican to beat me," and then they can have a bigger payday.
Bro, I think you'll give Benavidez
But
a
we're
shot
not going
before
to
you
do
can
that
give
because we keep
Charlo.
pushing narratives.
Why is he fighting Sulecki? Why didn't he move up to 168? Whose fault is
Selecki,
that?
that's Andre Dad's leftovers. Why are we talking about that dude?
Charlo's fault. That's because Charlo's
Who got Selecki? Who got Selecki beat?
That's Andre Dad's leftovers. Why are we talking about that guy?
He beat nobody, man. He ain't beat no one. He's beat no one of any relevance. He's lost to Andrade. He's lost to fucking. He's gonna lose to Charlo. He's lost to everyone he's meant to lose.
Guys, he's a PBC victim. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. He's with the PBC. He can't do anything about it. That's why he can't get important fights.
Oh, he doesn't want to do anything about it. That's the whole difference. He doesn't want to do nothing about it. He doesn't want to do nothing.
All right, guys, let me read a super chat. TX Bulldog, thank you for your contribution. He says, what did Yildirim and Fielding do to earn a payday? So what did these guys have to do?
Gypsy, answer the question, Gypsy.
Oh, you're asking me this question? They were easy fights. That's why he took them. Easy.
That's how they earned it. So if you're dog shit, you earn the fight. But if you're too good, then you have to actually beat some top contenders to earn it. That's convenient.
All right, Brucho, I'll answer that. Now I can hear you savages. I got my headphones on. Hey, first off, no, Yildirim was a mandatory. That's why he yielded him. He was a mandatory. It's like, if you want to unify the division, you have to fight him. But it wasn't like he made anybody wait anybody else. He put him in between the other fights. That's when he fought 4 times that year. That's all I'm saying. Done.
What about Rocky Fielding? Get some fucking D-level belt or some bullshit.
Rocky Fielding was a champion, whether we like it or not.
Oh,
he had
what?
the WBA super regular belt, so he's gonna go and
What
fight him.
regular belt's dog shit? That's nothing.
Yeah, well, it's not dog shit to us, and it's not dog shit to the sanctioning bodies. You feel
And
me? It's
why
not dog
was
shit to them.
Yildirim? Hey, why was Yildirim, who lost his previous fight? How the fuck was he a mandatory? Tell me that.
That's the question everybody asks. The same reason why. How is the mandatory the one Jamal fought? John Jackson. That dude literally was a cab driver. Like, so, but nobody, but you can't control that. I think it sucks too, dude. I'll join with you on an email to the WBC and ask them, but that's not up to Canelo.
Oh, is it?
That'd be a hell of an email.
Better question.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so
How come he
sure.
didn't fight Daniel Jacobs? How come he didn't sign that contract?
Charlo?
No, Charlo.
Because he's scared.
Because he's scared. That's for sure. He was definitely afraid of Danny Jacobs at one point. Not anymore. I don't think he's afraid of Danny Jacobs at this point.
Yep.
Danny Jacobs is shit. Took that Nelo money and got shit. He's shit. He ain't shit, Danny Jacobs.
I was going to say, last podcast, I was going to ask you guys a question. Who do you think is a better competition, Bivol or Benavidez for Canelo?
What kind of question is that?
That's not the fight. Yeah, Bivol's a
You never saw the fight between Bivol and Canelo. We never saw it. We never saw the fight. Never took place. Who would you guys have picked? Bivol or Benavidez?
Bivol, the better fighter. He's got 240 plus amateur fights. What don't you understand?
Yeah, I remember. I picked Bivol. I picked Bivol to win by unanimous decision. So obviously, I would have picked him.
Yeah, I picked Canelo by robbery, and they almost robbed him.
You reckon if Benavidez and Canelo ever fight, Benavidez is going to be a 5-1 dog? Really?
250 amateur fights. You've only lost 11 times.
I think so. That says it all right there.
They got to have it in Texas. They better not hold it at T-Mobile. That's all I'm saying. They got to.
I don't think they're
that
going
in
to fight.
Texas.
Personally, I don't think Canelo ever fights him. That's my position.
Oh no, they will. They will. That's good. That's the big money fight right there because of the Mexican roots. Without a doubt, they're not stupid.
For a while, yet it's never happened. So I don't think
He wants them, and I don't blame him. He wants Charlo to fight Benavidez, and Benavidez, to his credit, wants to fight Charlo. He's been saying it for 3 years, loudly.
Charlo doesn't even fight in the same
guy's
division.
in 160, man.
Important.
Go fight
He's
David
not even in
Morrell.
the division.
Don't worry about Charlo. He's at 160. Go fight David Morrell. David Morrell said he's going to knock you out the same way. Knocked out your little brother, your older brother.
Do you think when Bill Haney goes to the immigration office to handle his visa problems that this is what the waiting room sounds like? A bunch of fucking animals.
Haney's about to get fucked up by Cambosos. I'll let you guys know. I'm 100%. I probably put money on that. Like $1,000
Hell
on
yeah.
that shit.
That's going to be a huge fight in
Cambosos.
Australia. That's going to be a huge fight here.
It's Haney time. It's Haney time. Haney.
My son's fighting
Listen,
in Australia.
Cambosos was a tough kid, right? I mean, he obviously went with that with Tio, but now you add that confidence, like strapping those belts around you to a fighter, just like you talk to any fighter, their confidence level shoots through the roof. Then the crowd, the partisan crowd at his house, man, that's a big ask of Haney. Don't mean to change the subject off hating on Canelo, but I figured just for a second.
There's going to be like 80,000 people at the fight. It's going to be a huge event. So.
It's going to be insane.
That's the king of Australia.
Yep.
And Greece too at this point.
That's a lot of pressure too, because having a home crowd. But he's like, you can tell, man. That kid he's never met a camera he doesn't like. You know what I mean? He doesn't shy away from attention, so that will go in his benefit. Some guys don't; they get fucking. It overwhelms them. That's not his case.
Yeah.
He's supreme confidence. Supreme confidence he has.
Hey, hold on, you animals! Hey, hush. Hey, Jimmy, who are you saying? Who likes the camera?
Oh, I'm Gambosos. I'm butchering his name. I apologize, but no, he's that kid's all character, man. He hung around after that fight for like hours. He talked to everybody. Like obviously he was confident, but even since then, he does interviews. I
emperor.
bet you if we
I'm
call
an
him, if
emperor.
I come on the show, well, it depends on how close he's getting to the fight. But no,
I'm an
he likes to talk. He likes to get in front of the camera, and I'm saying that's good because, like my boy Mickey, that was a part of the he didn't like. He didn't,
Yeah. He wasn't like a big shit talker, and he didn't want to force it either. The thing about it is, why is I wonder why Haney's waiting. Why is he going over there so late? Like he's going over there. He's going to go over there with 2 weeks before the fight. That's like a little bit of a short time to 23-hour flight, right?
I agree.
When you want to settle
Hey,
it a little
really,
bit.
like, overrate the skills of Haney, bro. Haney ain't that good, man. Like,
Gypsy's got some hot takes tonight. Gypsy, explain to Mirage and Butch.
Educate everybody here. Come on.
What's that?
Say educate everybody, Gypsy.
Yeah, go ahead, Gypsy. Let him finish.
I'm saying that, Pete, like, I'm saying, who rates Haney that high, bro? Like, I mean, like, I know there's people.
He's got
that
an
do,
excellent jab. He does have an excellent jab, and he's got length.
I rate
who?
Haney that high, my G. I do. I rate him that high, my G. I do. He's got excellent boxing skills. He's got one of the best jabs in the world in the division. What else do you want me to say? His defense is unspeakable. What else do you want me to say? What he gets hit? Everyone gets hit in boxing. Everyone gets hit.
The thing about it is, yeah, Haney's
knocked out. He broke Abdullayev. He broke that guy's face that just stopped Linares. He broke his face. What else you want to talk about now? Beat up George.
I can tell you a couple guys that definitely beat Haney. Not just Kambosos. There's a couple of dudes that Lomachenko for one. That's 100%. That can definitely beat Haney.
Why is that 100% when he couldn't even beat Teofimo Lopez?
Maybe Tank's power can be a huge problem for fucking Haney. Tank can probably stop him too.
Do you think about boxing skills? Do you think about boxing skills?
Well, let me say another person I could think of that can possibly also beat Haney as well. I said Lomachenko. I said Tank. There's a new guy coming up.
Don't talk over him.
Yeah, Jose Venezuela is another guy that can probably that fool can probably fuck him up too.
Talking rubbish. Jose Venezuela, how? Is he beat?
El Rayo, bro, that motherfucker's a beast. He's the guy that stopped Tio in 3 rounds in sparring, bro. That's a guy.
You see the keyword that you use, sparring. That doesn't matter. What you talking about?
Mexican
sparring?
lightning.
You got headgear and shit, and you got fucking bigger fucking gloves. And he stops him. Are you kidding me?
Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez.
Sparring really matters. If sparring really matters, how come Dylan White didn't beat Tyson Fury?
Dylan White never knocked out Tyson Fury, bro. Never knocked him down. Never knocked in sparring. That was all bullshit.
No, that was
Dylan
not
White
bullshit.
was never in the same level as Tyson Fury. He was never in the same level. He was all talk and no bite.
Yeah,
compared to Tyson Fury, that is.
You're still denying that White used to beat Fury in sparring.
He never did, bro. That's the name of the game.
It was confirmed by different trainers. Are you one of the trainers?
I'm not the trainer. I can tell. I don't think
he's
ever been dropped in sparring based on what he's saying. I don't think he's ever been
narrative if you're not one of the trainers.
I don't need to be a trainer.
Who told us White used to beat up Fury in sparring?
Can Bertabiev beat up? Can Bertabiev fight Usyk? Can he beat Usyk? Can Bertabiev beat Usyk?
Kambosos beat Usyk?
Can Bertabiev? Can he fight Usyk? Can he beat Usyk? Bertabiev.
Bierabiev?
Yeah, can he fight?
No.
175.
Oh, he cannot.
Come on.
I can't speak 100% that he beats him, but when you drop a guy on an amateur match in the second round with a body shot, I mean that guy has some serious punching power,
You're gonna put your money on Bertabiev if Usyk and Bertabiev.
I would not put my money on. That's a tough pick. I would not. It's not like a Kambosos Haney guy. Put my money on that shit.
Usyk is a heavyweight, 220 pounds. Bertabiev is 175 pounds. That can't move his feet. Usyk will box.
He can't move his feet. He's got good skills.
And he's 40 years old too now.
All right,
my
guys.
God, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Guys, can I just quickly read a super chat here? Vladdy V, he says, hear me out, boys. Since Canelo rose to his pound-for-pound status, he didn't give one black fighter a payday other than Jacobs because he's humble.
Yeah, he's
So wait a minute. So does he think if there was a one of the champions at 168 was black, he wouldn't have unified the division?
Exactly.
I mean, he fights what's there, and he's also fought seven black fighters since he's been on cable, since they started showing his fights. How many black fighters the PBC fighters fight? When's the last black fighter Charlo fought?
Who's tracking this shit?
Hey,
What is this, fucking copy race?
Yeah, I know.
No, listen, that's just a talking point. That's a talking point when you have nothing else to say. When you can't talk about skills, when you don't understand setting traps, distance, balance. What do? You pull a race card, you drag that shit into it. It's low rent. It's the worst.
You know how they are.
All right, so are we going back to Devin Haney? Or?
Wilder not giving Dylan White a title shot. At any point in time, I think Wilder would have knocked out Dylan White.
I don't think so.
But he put him. He like, because how hard it is to make a fight with Mr. Dylan White, as you can clearly see with Tyson Fury, how hard he made it. I mean, he's like, go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna give you the fight. That's exactly what happened between Wilder and Dylan White. I'm not gonna go into the AJ versus Wilder because there's a lot of but I'm not gonna go into that one. I'm gonna Dylan White for sure. That was it.
He was scared of White.
That was it.
Who's better, White or Luis Ortiz?
White.
Luis Ortiz, honestly.
Get out of here. He's too old, man.
I know he's old, but his skills are. He's still got what it takes to beat someone like Dylan White.
No, I'm not happy.
I know what you guys gonna say, but I think Luis Ortiz has not at this point, maybe not in his career.
Name me three credible opponents that he beat. Name me three credible opponents. Name me three credible opponents that he beat. Name me three.
Bryant.
Bryant. What was that guy?
Guys, you said name him three. Name him three.
Like a god. Who was that dude? What's his name? That motherfucker. He knocked him out recently. And then there's another dude that he beat up. That was Bryant, right? That Bryant dude.
Bryant. That's his.
Brian. What? Who's that? Who? Thomas Bryan, Ben Bryan, Calvin Bryan.
Went 4 rounds with Joe Joyce, bro. What are you talking about? That guy, he actually made Joe Joyce kind of like back up and shit a lot of times.
Yeah, but Gypsy, the dude's 70.
Top 10 fighter. Is he a top 10 fighter, sir? Is he a top 10
Reason
fighter?
with him,
Right?
Jimmy, reason with him.
Go ahead. The dude's 73 years old.
Yeah, come
I'm going off
on.
like that.
I mean, come on, dude.
Is Brian Plaston a top 10 contender?
Listen, a prime Ortiz back in '94. That motherfucker was a bad prick.
Yeah, you guys said who's better, right? I'm saying Luis Ortiz. Let's say prime.
Based on what? Based on what?
Yeah.
No, you still haven't answered
Let's go to
Okay, Gypsy. Okay. Let me make my argument as to why White is better. He's younger. His record even speaks for itself, though. Look at his record. Look at Ortiz's record. His best win was that on HBO. What was it? 2015. No, not even that. Jennings? No.
Yes.
No. Yes, no?
He fought Jennings, in New York City.
And then he didn't do shit. And then he got that fight against Wilder, and he looked good in that fight. And all of a sudden, whoa, he's this great fighter. No shit, he was avoided. That's what people started saying. But then after the Wilder fights, he never did anything either. So it seems like his whole existence revolves around the Wilder.
I know, bro. I know. It's like some of these fighters, they're great, but they don't want to do shit. Or they're good, they don't want to do shit. That's a total different story. I'm saying who's better. I think Ortiz is better than fucking Dylan White. That's for sure. I'm not talking about resumes. Okay. And resume-wise, Dylan White's resume ain't that great neither, bro. All he has is fucking Parker as his best win. Old shot Povetkin. Who else does he have?
That was a good fight.
That Australian guy?
Huey Fury, I guess.
Brown?
Huey Fury. Chisora.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, you cheated.
Yeah, are we talking about them fighting today? Is that the conversation, right? We're supposed to be like, if they were to fight today?
Jimmy, 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Fight today, Ortiz still has a shot of beating Dylan White. He still has a shot of beating him, honestly.
All time.
All assholes still have a shot at beating Dylan White.
All right, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll leave it at that, I guess, because
I hope that fight takes place, but I don't think it's going to take place.
no, I think Ortiz should
Hey,
retire.
Bucho.
Yes.
I just want to say too, man. Listen, a lot of people, including myself, because I didn't like the way he got the belt. The whole Ime belt thing with Haney. But I just want to say, in case I haven't said it already, him going to Australia shows balls, man. I got to give the kid his props,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Haney stepping up and going to Australia to fight him like that in his home country. He's doing what nobody else in the PBC is doing right now. So. He's got to get his. I just got to give him a fight. Exactly.
Fight, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It's horrible. If he's smart, he'll spend a couple of. I would, if I was him, he's got the money. He doesn't do anything else. I would go spend a week in Hawaii first, right on vacation. Get halfway there in the time zone, vacation there, get your body a little more used to it, then fly all the way to Australia and start your camp. That's what I would do if I was running this camp.
Work on your tan. No, hey, the thing about it is,
why is Haney so hated? Because every time you look, at
he's
comments
black.
or anything. Wait,
that's
every time I look at comments or anything, I always see hate for him. Hate. Obviously, there is some people supporting him, but mostly hate. So any
You know why
guys,
I hate it? Because
Yeah, MMA, we can't hear you. MMA, you need to call us when you're back from Haiti. All right, because we.
I'm not anyway, bro. I have to use my
I'm using those.
No, seriously, MMA, we can't hear you, man.
They got 5G in Port-au-Prince.
Come on, see you guys.
Listen, Pete Coke-Bender, relax yourself.
I am relaxed. Go ahead.
Relax yourself.
That's it. Just relax.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? Okay, forget MMA. You're ruining the show over here, man. Come on.
All right, answer the question.
So long story short, Canelo is kind of ducking Benavidez, right?
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, listen, he
He's
picks his own
scared.
fights.
He's scared.
Bucho and
No,
I
I
were
don't
talking
think-
about this
I don't
last
think-
time. If you pick your own fights, then you pick your own fights. That's all there is to it.
I don't
Cherry
think
pick, whatever. For some reason, he hasn't fought him yet, or hasn't
Is that
even mentioned
Susea?
him.
Was that Susea?
Yeah.
Could you
No,
say
that's
he's ducking?
Fighter Spirit.
What's
How
up, buddy?
could you say he's ducking? Because at the end of the day, he fought Bivol, which was a tougher option. Where he fought champion. Benavidez is not champion.
Yeah, he's a tough option, man. 5-1 dog. Everybody thought he was so tough, right, bro?
What are you
I
talking
love the
about?
rewriting of history. Just because he lost, all of a sudden, that proves that he wasn't a truth. That
Real
proves
boxing fans don't go
Bivol
off
is a
the
killer.
odds, okay? We don't go off
I
the
love
odds.
it.
We look at your skill level, who you fought. I know Bivol might, his resume might not be that good, but everybody knows, real boxing fans know that he's a good boxer. He has very good skills. And Benavidez
Yes, they thought
is
Canelo
not
would,
proven.
but they still thought
Benavidez
Canelo would
has
kick his
been
ass.
dropped.
They still
I
thought.
mean, Benavidez,
No, you did. Listen. Oh, come on, man. People who
doesn't
knew.
really have that much skill as
Everybody knew.
Bivol. Bivol
Everybody
has
knew
more
Bivol.
skill in him.
But I'm talking, King. I'm talking like the majority of the boxing world
I mean, you just call me king.
thought, okay, Bivol's good, but Canelo's is God. He's going to plan A,
Well,
B,
they're
C,
stupid,
D, E.
man.
He's
They're
going to beat him.
stupid.
That's
That's why they're not. That's why they're not panelists on the BDA show.
Exactly.
Because
Okay, it's true.
Mirage.
If everybody thought that,
I think
So
you're
what?
going
Who
off
cares?
of
Is that what you're basing it on?
casual-
Mirage. You're basing it on public opinion or something? It's irrelevant. Let's
No,
look
no,
at the
I'm saying-
fighters.
I'm saying-
Let's look at what they
I'm saying
did, what they
Canelo-
accomplished, skills. Let's look at that. Let's look at who Bivol was. Let's look at
Mirage,
it.
are you going
Dude, I know
off
this,
of
bro,
what
but listen.
casuals think? Or are you going off what
I
casuals
think
think?
Canelo's
'Cause
team.
Casuals look at boxing odds for seeing who is going to win the fight.
not casuals,
Real
bro.
boxing
Not
fans
casuals.
actually
Well,
look at
Mirage. I just
they know the fighters.
let me just say one thing too.
Experts.
But Mirage,
Boxing
those same
experts-
boxing. Listen,
Come on,
I just
bro.
want to say those same boxing experts who did pick Canelo to win, to a man, also said Bivol was a tougher pick than going down to fight those guys in 168. They all did. Dougie Fisher, all of them
I
did.
didn't say that.
Mhm.
No,
Oh, wait, hold on,
Yes,
hold on,
they
hold
did.
on.
I did. Listen, Mirage. Mirage. I don't lie.
How can they be boxing experts if they don't think that Bivol was a tougher opponent than Benavidez or Charlo. That's ridiculous.
I barely
They
heard
can't be
anybody
boxing
say when I heard, like, I go on YouTube and I watch all these pro fighters. When they get asked, who do you want to see?
Not
Canelo
pro fighters.
fight?
I'm
They all
talking about
said-
writers.
Okay, even writers, the majority say Benavidez. They didn't say fucking.
No, they
Bivol.
didn't. No, they listen. I'll tell you who said Bivol is a tough one right now. Dan Raphael, Steve Kim,
That
Doug
guy is
Fischler,
clueless.
Mike.
That guy
who
is a fucking
Who
arrogant
is?
turd.
Who?
Raphael, he's a fucking joke. Why are you talking about him?
all right. I'm just saying he was a writer at ESPN, so I'm telling you the writers in their
Exactly why he's
status.
a joke.
All right,
Exactly why he's a joke.
right. Okay, but Steve Kim, Doug Fischler, I can go. Actually, had a list over here. They all picked except for Steve Kim. He didn't know who was going to win. He thought it was a 50-50, go either way. But the rest of them all did pick Canelo to win, but did say they all said he picked the harder fucking guy going to Bivol because he's going up to a bigger, stronger guy at 175. It's just common sense. With the wins he has and the skill and the way he fought, that's why.
Hold on,
and
guys,
because
guys.
Benavidez, I was going to say, fights very stand up with his head up, and that could be difficult. That could be his one bad trait against Canelo. That's all.
I gotta speak. Two things. First of all, super chat here. Thank you, Rider of the Storm. He says the reason Canelo was favorite is because the bettors didn't believe Canelo would lose in Vegas, but hardcore boxing fans, I guess, knew that Bivol was a tough fight. That's a good point. We can't really focus on what Las Vegas thought because we all thought that it was going to be very difficult for Bivol to win a decision, though. And yes, there were people who were saying that Bivol was going to get stopped. So, but on this show, we didn't say that. Another point, Mirage, are you from Australia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was rooting for Cambosos, but now because of you, I'm gonna root for Devin Haney. How's that?
Yeah, you're kind of a pain in the ass. The thing about it is,
now I'm gonna.
The thing about it is, it was here's why I think that Bivol was I don't want to say the easiest fight, but probably like the smartest fight career wise. Only thing I'm saying is Canelo comes up short against the following list: Biev, Bivol, or Benavidez. Out of the three, which one, if you're Canelo and thinking about his career, which one would you rather come up short against out of those three?
Of course,
I think
you're
Bivol,
right.
exactly. He's going to get outboxed. He'll take that same amount of money to lose to Bivol 5 more times and then retire because, in other words, if he comes up short against Benavidez, the kid's got a fucking mean streak in him. And better, God damn it. I don't want to say a racial slur, but these Beterbiev is a puncher, big puncher, and Benavidez is also a big puncher and a finisher. So I guess it's the safest fight he could have taken for that kind of money. Thank you.
Well,
all right, guys, we gotta end the show. We gotta go. There's a second Renaissance show starting in 10 minutes, around 10 minutes. So click the link, check out the second Renaissance. We talk about everything and anything. So I want to thank everybody who joined us here. Come back again next time. And yeah, good debate, guys. See ya.
Cheers. Later.
How the fuck do I hang up on this? All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time, all right? Actually, we'll see you on Second Renaissance. Yeah, click on the link, all right? We have a very good show coming up with Mr. BDA. See ya.
Dark night. It's a dark night. It's a dark night. It's a night. It's a dark 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 night. It's a dark